I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
What's up? 8 points. That's what's up.
They taught themselves. How did they do that? How did they do that?
Dude,
how did they do that? How?
You overlook it. I've been seeing this crap for a long time.
I'm not overlooking anything. What are you talking about? I've overlooked it.
No, dude, you overlook it. Leroy, tell him.
The single digits. Who does that in the NBA?
Well, in the fourth quarter, 3 out of the 4 times it's happened this year.
Right.
3 out of the 4 times. Strangely enough, the Thunder have the other one.
Why?
Which
can
means
you believe?
You have done something this season that the Washington Wizards have not done 3 times.
Well, I have Spoke put the lava out there to score 8 points.
Well, new lava, not his lava.
Yeah.
Champion lava, not Frog Boys lava.
The better lava is my lava. By the way, champion.
You're not, but you weren't on the team.
I am a part of the team.
No, you're like AJ Burnett on the 03 Marlins. Like you were part of it, but then you're not because you didn't pitch.
I'm like Deion Waiters during the 2020 finals. I got to bring you the way, baby.
Champ cheese.
Champ cheese.
The thing that is like so disheartening, dude, is like, man, they played such a good game. They played such a good game. They string you along.
You want me to give you a lesson in sports?
And then it's just like,
would you like me to give you a lesson in sports?
Sure. If this is a talent thing, though, like you can't really. Can I just say?
Let me say it first.
Fine.
You know what the difference between an average team and a playoff team?
Sure. What? Even though there are
playoff team and a championship team is the ability to sustain what you're doing for longer periods of time.
Okay.
And so you can watch the worst teams in the NBA come out and have a 40-point quarter. But that may be the extent of their talent. They can't do it for a whole game. The Heat are a 3-quarter team. Because we all watch these games knowing that they're going to have that one quarter. Well, it looks like they never played basketball before. And so while I would say it's not a talent thing, but it's a level of talent thing. And that the upper echelon teams can sustain what the Heat did for 3 quarters longer. Therefore, they win more games. And it's the same way in every sport. Every person playing at that level has talent. They're NBA players.
Mm-hmm.
But as a team, can you sustain it long enough to win games?
But here's the thing I would say to that, okay? And I'm not disagreeing with you, but the Heat's, inability, which maybe just speaks to more of their badness than other teams' goodness, is like people want to say, well, and I know Eric was saying this in the broadcast, like, hey, the Thunder have the best defense in the league. And that's true. That's true. Counterpoint. This happened 4 days ago against the Nets,
but
who suck.
Again.
Then it happened 2 days before that.
They've been
against the Bulls, who, Leroy, they just got outscored 71-29 in a half.
Mm-hmm.
That's who the Heat's losing to. So, yeah, maybe it speaks to they just suck. I don't know. But the thing that's infuriating about it is, man, like, just get blown out early. Stop stringing me along. Don't go out there and dominate just to only kick me in the junk. I'd rather Leroy, I swear to God, I'd rather them just be down 15 the entire game. Don't get my hopes up. Don't make it the most painful. And Tyler Hero, my God, dude, take care of the damn basketball in the fourth quarter. Holy crap.
I've infuriated a lot of my friends this morning.
How so?
I'm calling for the head of Erik Spoelstra.
What do you mean you're calling for the head?
And you know what? The washed father, done with you, because this is really his fault.
So you're just mad at the Heat organization as a whole. What do you want?
There's 2 men that are responsible for this entire downfall.
Okay.
Tobin.
And they're both. Well,
I don't appreciate that.
That's a good call.
It's not true.
That's a good call.
As you eat your
Leroy.
scone. What is that? Is that an apple pie? Are you having another apple pie?
This guy's an apple pie addict. 3 men responsible, Tobin being number 1. Pat Riley for not making any. He's been asleep for 5 years, dude. He didn't get Jimmy Butler any help.
Mm-hmm.
He swings and misses more than any Marlins player I can't name right now. And Erik Spoelstra's stubbornness and refusal to start what he knows will be a winning combination has really held this team back. So I propose, washed father, go get your statue in LA, enjoy Honolulu somewhere, and watch us on TV. Erik Spoelstra, I'm be kind enough because of what you've done for me. I'm going to promote you.
Wow.
I'm going to
You're going to kick him upstairs?
I'm going to kick you upstairs.
Wow.
Dude. But you know what you need to do if you want to win? Leroy, do you know what you need to do if you want to win?
What's that?
Promote Quinn if you want to win.
Wow.
That is the only way.
Quinn for the win?
Quinn for the win.
Let me get this.
You think Chris Quinn is holding
Yo,
out
wait.
Spoelstra?
Your solution to this
is
to take a Hall of Fame front office guy.
Yeah.
A Hall of Fame coach.
Correct.
And replace him with Chris Quinn.
No. We're not replacing anyone. We're promoting Erik Spoelstra.
I know why she's late today.
Because it's a day that ends in Y.
She has to do some crunches because she got the crop top.
At least somebody does some crunches because the Heat in crunch time.
No, they do crunches. Like, but we've been watching this same team for 3 years, and we all like.
No, here's the thing though.
What
this team? I've been talking to people about that. Yes, in record they're the same, but Leroy, the flameouts in this season,
a lot of flameouts.
The flameouts in this season, they hit different.
Where you get all warm and fuzzy. 10-point lead.
They have lost more spectacularly than any Heat team I can remember, because it is, and again, I'm not down what you're saying with the talent thing, but it's almost like there has to be something up here with them, because it's like
it almost looks like they play basketball and they don't realize they haven't scored in 7 minutes.
It's great.
They 20. Did they huddle around each other and say, "Listen, guys, we're shooting like crap. Somebody need to get physical and go to the rim." Like at what point do you realize, guys, huddle up after a free throw? We've only scored 6 points in the fourth quarter. What are we gonna do about that? Like, you have to notice that. Then the game ends and they go, "Ooh, we only scored 6. We only scored 8.
What do we do about that?" And I don't know, like, maybe if I'm Erik Spoelstra and I watch the team go on a 16-0 run against me, maybe I put the best player on my team in there and like, "Hey, Bam, you've kind of been dominating. Do I put him in there?" He goes, "I'll wait till it gets to 16-0. Not that helped, because they got to a 24-0 run.
Chris Quinn would never.
Really?
Streets are saying Coach Dan Bisacchio is the real genius.
Well, whatever. I just need new blood.
New blood.
I need new blood.
New ideas.
Really?
You know what? The last regime, we had it before. It was Morning and it was Riley.
Is this a
hip.
stubbornness?
By Spo?
Like, I don't know what Spo could do differently. Although, my only complaint is that he thinks part of this is how he plays his lineups.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's always fidgeting. You know what I mean? And so I don't know what part of it is he puts the wrong group out there and they get blowed out, or he stays the course with his changes. I mean, you're right. At some point in time, you got to look at Captain and say, "Ship is sinking, go save us." Like, that's all you got.
Yeah, I don't care that you have a back-to-back.
Right.
I don't care.
And
this had the opportunity to be something for this team, right? Like, this has been a crap year, but if you could go into that building and beat that team, maybe it means something for you guys to take into the next, like, not tonight. Okay, cool. You're gonna beat a Kyrie and crew Mavericks team. Cool. I'll take any win that I could get at this point because I want to jump out of a window. Yeah. But like that would have meant something yesterday. You'd be like, all right, first time you get a win post Jimmy, and instead it's like, nope. Just you remember that thing we did a couple days ago, which I stupidly said there's no way they could do that again. Leroy goes, don't put it past them. He was right and I was wrong because 8 points. 8.
I've seen this. Like, so there's been a couple of times they got to 10 or 11, but it still felt like single digits. We've seen this a lot. There's one quarter.
So embarrassing.
They can only play 3 quarters of basketball. But my point is this. Is it when you're in the heat of the moment, you don't realize how bad you're playing?
Oh.
Because, like, you ask them, hey, remember the time they only scored 9 points and Tyler and Bam were like, ooh. Wow. Right? Didn't realize that.
Tyler's sitting here and he's like throwing the ball up like a hot potato. I'm like, you act like you've never seen a double team in your life. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You've never seen pressure before.
But here's the problem. That's why he should have did this. He should have taken and put Mitchell and put Tyler in at the same time and let Tyler play off the ball. You can't double team as much off the ball because then you have a point guard who could also break you down.
I guess, but like whenever he had the ball, he's chucking it off to, he forgot what color jersey he was wearing. And then I don't know what happened to Jovic, dude. I mean, Jovic, oh, my sweet Jovic. He ended up crane kicking that dude in the head.
That was great.
Hurt his own ass. I was like, how did that happen? I thought for sure he was going to get taken out in handcuffs, Jovic. Thankfully, they call it a common foul. The guy's like, it's unfortunate what happened, but it's a common foul. I was like, woo!
So, Tobin, you've watched every one of these games. Leroy, so have you.
Yep.
We have different lineups of almost every one of these games where they do this single digit or barely get to double digit. Who's to blame?
I mean, in the end, the players put the ball in the hoop. But
it's different players every time.
But still basketball. But every time I talk about it from a player's perspective and say, like, yeah, you got to have somebody or an offensive set or these guys kind of get together. What are they saying in those free throw huddles, right? Because, like, I think somebody should have probably hinted to, damn, we only got like 5 points. They kicking our ass, right? But no. So I think usually you can have a guy on the team, even when the team's playing bad. Tyler may score 25. He may have 15 free throws because they were really guarding the 3-point line. So somebody do something like that to be aggressive, to kind of slow the game down, and it just seems like nobody's aware enough to realize how bad it was scoring the basketball. Say, let me get a couple of free throws. Let me do this. Let's see if we can get it going this way. But no, they just keep playing the same style of basketball. So while you can put anything you want on Spo, I would say at the end of the day, like when you're playing in the game and you're on the court and you're the stars or you're whoever you are, somebody has to be aware to say, whew, we ain't making no shots. One of us got to be aggressive. Or we got to have a play to where we get to the rim. Because if you think about it in the first half, when they were blowing them,
killed them in the paint.
Killed them. Then all of a sudden they start shooting jump shots against a zone, which is even more amazing.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory at the Sports, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Other headline last night, Canada beat Sweden 4-3 in overtime to start the Four Nations Faceoff. Team USA takes on Finland tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN.
What do we got to do?
What do you mean?
We're in a bad spot.
Double game?
Huh?
What do you mean?
We're little Finland down here.
Oh,
but they're playing the U.S.
You gotta root for?
You got to root for the U.S., right?
I might bet Finland.
Okay.
They got the fatter odds.
Yeah, they got. Yeah.
It's hockey, baby. Hockey, weird stuff happens.
All right.
Does that make me un-American? Perhaps.
Totally.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, well,
But it makes me pro-Barky.
Here's the problem. You could be pro whatever, but you know what I'm a bigger pro of? That Munyon.
Yeah. Although our Kalel Wearbet is.
Yeah.
Also Spo's fault.
He hit that wall. He should have hit that wall in December.
Maybe you should have cashed out in December.
Maybe. Miami Marlins, they signed a pitcher, Cal Quantrill, to a 1-year, $3.5 million deal.
Where's he from?
Where's he from?
Yeah.
He's, I believe, Canadian.
Oh, really?
Okay.
But I believe he last played for Colorado. Led the league in walks last year.
What the hell?
He walked more. So
no, he didn't walk more than he struck out, but he did lead the league in walks, the National League.
You know what that sounds like?
Innings eater.
Just a bit outside.
And the Marlins have announced today, to no one's surprise, that Sandy Alcantara will start opening day.
I thought you were going to say another thing. Sandy is on the trade.
Well, he will be. Once he gets out.
Wait a minute. Do they need to announce that?
Yeah, we know. We'll take a break. We'll get more into the Heat. We'll hear a little bit of the guys in the locker room afterwards. 15 minutes of Heat is next. Bum, bum.
Now we're doing 15 minutes to eat.
Well,
So we got to do 15 more minutes of talk of being misery.
I love how you just. I love. Sometimes I just want to pinch your cheeks.
Why?
Because it's like
I talk you off a ledge every day with this team, and now you're getting on me.
You don't talk me off a ledge. In fact, you push me towards the ledge.
What are you talking
about? You make
about?
me want to put on my snorkel gear to jump off the cliff like Wild Heat Coyote.
Wow, you're gonna do that anyway. Whether I push, you're gonna do some Wild Heat Coyote stuff anyway.
15 minutes of heat is brought to you by Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment we want to see in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online, hollywoodkia.com. Heat, they lose last night to the Thunder, 115-101 in a game where they were up 21 at one point. Thunder started the fourth quarter on a 24-0 run.
Can I ask? I'm gonna ask this question. Is the Heat the only team where the big lead works the other way?
Probably.
Where when they get a big lead, you say they're still in it.
I was looking at the game the entire time in the second half. I'm like, there's so much time left. There's so much time left. And then they would like kind of push back. I was like, all right, good, we're good. You know, you knew the Thunder were going to come out swinging. Jalen Williams had a really good third quarter. He was making some sick, tough shots. But it was a push quarter. You know, they outscored you 31-30. I was like, pretty good. We're proud of that. I was proud of that. The home team's going to make a run.
You deterred the original pressure coming out of the half.
Right.
But
they're like, hold my beer. They're like, you think that the game is safe? Watch this, dude. And it's just Jovic and Tyler Hero torpedoing the game. Yes, they have an MVP candidate. I am not here to take away credit from the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are obviously fantastic. But I just saw this against the Brooklyn Nets too. So I don't know what to tell you. How much credit can I give you? I just saw this against the Chicago Bulls. I mean, how much credit can I give you?
The definition of a 500 team is you can beat anybody and you can lose to anybody.
First time they've been on under 500, I think, since 5 and 7.
But I think we've been 515 times this season, like a literal 15 times. And dating back, other than some Jimmy heroics, how long have we been 500?
This season?
No, just in general. Like, we haven't really excelled too much in a couple seasons.
The last time that they were, the last team that
3 years ago,
the last time they were a 1 seed, it was 3 years ago.
Didn't we? No, never mind. I'm thinking of the year that we got the first round exit from Milwaukee.
No, they were like a 4 seed that year. But yeah, that one's a tough year for me because that's the COVID year. Like that was, you look at all those teams that went far in the bubble, like they all sucked. Yeah, it was crazy. The next year they got that's the true asterisk season. The next year they were the 1 seed. The next year they were the play-in team, but it was, that was the difference between like being.
Whoa. Let's back this up. You know what? I was putting all my thought processes in order. And
how could you back up on it even?
You say,
let's back it up real quick.
You say, I didn't make a big deal about the bubble because all those teams were bad the following year, and it was the bubble. Yet the Heat went to the finals, and you paraded around with that as a reason.
I'm saying the next year, every team that went deep in the bubble the next year had an early crash out.
Right.
In the playoffs.
But does that say that bubble was like false?
They had like 2 weeks off. Remember, the season ended in October.
Right.
Like, yeah, I kind of, I mean, yes, I can give them a little bit of a weird circumstance for that season.
Okay. All right. Continue.
Anyway. But this year is different for me just because, the flameouts have been so bad, Margos. Like, they had 26 point lead on Orlando. They were up 9 against Detroit in overtime, or up 8. Detroit in overtime, and gave up the lead. Bang, 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 like that. Spo forgot how many timeouts that he had left, which was 0. Sabonis buzzer beater, then lose to the Kings up 17. Like this team. It's not like the other seasons. And obviously they've had the Jimmy thing to deal with for sure. I'll get whatever.
Nah, it don't matter. That Jimmy thing doesn't matter.
I'm just telling you, they have been so fabulous at losing in the most gut-wrenching fashion. This season stands alone from these other seasons. There was a year where it was like, oh, the clutch games, flip a coin, boom, boom, boom. Last year, all right, they couldn't really beat any good teams. It doesn't matter how bad the team is that they take on or how good the team is that they take on. They are going to find a way to break your heart. It's crazy. It's crazy this season. It's not the same. Some of the names are the same, but this year, it's been unreal how they kick you in the nuts. And every single time, they're like, here, little fella, here you go. And you think, oh, they're not going to kick me in the nuts now. We're friends. Floppa! Well, I didn't want to kick.
Okay. I knew how bad it was. The game ended. No text.
Oh, right.
I did text.
No, he did.
I did text.
I can't say what he said though on there.
I just got a text.
It was 8 bleeping points.
Yeah. See?
Oh man.
Oh.
But then you also commented.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcos is really down on Erik Spoelstra.
I'm done with him, dude. You know what? What's crazy though is I'm not dumb enough to say he should be off of my team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with him on the sidelines.
You want to kick him upstairs.
Time to move on. Like I said, it was Riley and Mourning. It was Spo and Wade. Now it needs to be Quinn and Bam or something. I don't know. Quinn and where? Quinn and where? Like win and where? Hold on, guys.
-1.
Heard.
You were cooking for a second, and then you threw in too many ingredients.
Game ops always distracts me.
Yeah.
-1.
Let's hear from Erik Spoelstra, who you love.
No.
This is Erik Spoelstra saying.
We have to do it in the first hour.
Got to. 15 minutes to eat.
All right.
We made progress in the last 24 hours, but it got ugly.
Not necessarily tonight. I mean, this was a team that, they went super small, played their guards, and applied, a lot of pressure on us. Obviously, that sped us up. They forced turnovers there in that fourth. We weren't able to execute, with enough force. This was different than other games. Right now, I'm going with what I saw, in the first 3 quarters. We made some progress in the last 24 hours, from our session last night and the shoot-around. Awesome. And then we weren't able to sustain. At that point, it was going to be have to be totally ugly, and we just needed, some more poise against that pressure, whether we were in the post. We basically tried everything out of the menu in the fourth. Post-ups, catch and shoots, pick and rolls. The pick and rolls, they're flattening all of those out. And we just didn't do things with enough force or poise. That'll be something that we can learn from. And then, on the other end, it's not easy to do, but can we function at a high level defensively, which we were playing at a high level defensively for 3 quarters. Then it got really ugly offensively for us.
He says it
and then we stopped doing the things defensively. I still don't know if that would have guaranteed it, but we fell apart defensively as well. That we had a chance maybe to keep that thing closer to a 6-8 point game. It feels different than when it goes, to 12 or 14. But
bully for you.
I see a lot of positives that we can build on. It's not about moral victories, but right now we're trying to build this thing fast.
I'm just giving us 7.
We'll
sounds like you're
just,
taking a
take our lessons
moral
from
blue
this and
ribbon.
get ready for tomorrow in Dallas.
All right.
One thing, I would have lost my mind if he would have said for 3 quarters again.
I forget. How long is the game?
4 quarters.
4 quarters. Oh,
Yeah.
Marcos?
4 quarters, sir.
JFig?
4 quarters.
Okay.
So Kansas City could say, we were close for some of that game.
Yeah, you sound like the idiots who were like, hey, Tua played good on Thanksgiving. I know we were down 24-0 at halftime, but it was pretty good. Look at those numbers. It's like, great, Spo. Cool, dude. Hey, you know what? You guys are kings of the three quarters. All right? We might as well start calling the team 75 cents. That's what you are. You ain't that full dollar. Wow. You're pocket change. Whoa. Pocket change heat. Wow. Where's my coin purse? For the three-quarter heat.
Pocket change.
You could go buy gumballs with the heat. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 gumballs.
In this
For
economy?
three quarters. Gumballs still got to be 25 cents, JFig. That's how they make the machines.
I don't think so,
I
dude.
don't
What do you
think
mean?
so.
2
I
quarters
No,
think
you
it's
can put
gone up.
2 and 3/4 in those things now.
You can buy one gumball with the Miami Heat.
That's
A half.
Hey,
half of a
by the
gumball.
way,
half a gumball.
I stumbled across a pretty exciting new snack.
What's that?
A blow pop inside out.
Gum on the
The
outside.
gum on the outside, 2 lollipop?
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wow.
Did you bring
like
any
it?
for the class?
Oh no, they're in the car.
So yes.
Mm.
So you're saying there's a chance?
That's the heat.
I don't know, man. Like I get so frustrated. Or I don't want. Listen, I'm a big fan of the organization, the fans. A lot. I mean, the coaches and a lot of the players. Like I am a big fan, right? But I watch every game, knowing where this is going. I don't want to watch basketball like that.
I don't want to hurt it.
When I see you playing some of the best basketball you played all year, right? That first half, that's some of the best basketball I've seen them play, right? And an hour later, you're down by 15? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just, like, my whole thing is that as a fan, you always go to all the reasons other than they just might not be good enough. Right?
Yeah, but just not be good enough the whole time. Just don't like pull a Houdini on me.
Like,
They're like,
you can't go from, they scored what, 36 points the first quarter?
let me see. What did they score first quarter yesterday?
Enough to win.
Yeah, 35, 36.
36 points. You're telling me it would have taken you 5 fourth quarters to beat that score? Think about that.
That's crazy.
You scored more points. You could have played a whole nother game the way you played the fourth quarter and not scored as many points as you did in 12 minutes. That can't be normal. That can't be normal.
And what did they go? They went from like points in the paint. They had 38. I think in the 38 to 24, you outscored them in the first half. And I think in the second half, it was like 26-8 or something like that.
Here's my favorite thing about sports is it's not the game plan and it's not all those. My favorite thing about sports is even if you know what's going to happen, even if you know what a guy's going to do, you still have the ability to stop them.
Yeah.
Right? And the Heat didn't put any pressure on them to play defense. They let them off the hook on several occasions with either bad shots, chucking it up at the end of a shot clock, and it caught up to them. So I would like to just
26-8 in the second half. Outscored in the paint.
Yeah. So what happened? They start taking jump shots because here's what doesn't fly.
Mm-hmm.
Spo talked about how they were doubling Tyler and getting the ball out of his hands. Well, if they're doing that, shouldn't Bam be cooking inside or Ware be cooking inside? Because that's where you scored all your points anyway.
Well, they went, this funny thing, because they were like 3 for, I think, 12 in the first half from 3. And then 8 of their 12 shots, 8 of their 12 makes in the second half were threes. So it's like that, look, Dagenal's obviously a really great coach, and that's a great defensive team. I'm not saying they didn't do anything to the Heat to make that happen. But again, we've seen this against too many crappy teams too. Mm-hmm. And the Miami Heat just don't know how. When there's pushback on them, they collapse. Like, they can't just be stumbled. There can't be a knock. Like, they get knocked out. It's crazy. By the way, I was this close yesterday. This close to just drinking my sorrows away under my table, because if that Jimmy Butler call got overturned, because I thought that he was fouled. I thought he should have got an and one. I'm not being like, I'm not gonna.
Thought Kyrie was moving.
Kyrie was amazing last night.
Yeah,
that game was really good. But Kyrie has nobody on that team now, except Klay Thompson.
Nobody on the team.
But dude, you want to talk about like that dude had dudes.
Is it amazing what he can do with a basketball?
Oh, but he was like draining threes with dudes draped all over him. He was like, but he steps in front of Jimmy for this for what they called was a charge. But I thought for sure when they went to the review, I'm like, oh, they're gonna overturn that.
And
they did not. They upheld it. They probably felt bad for the Mavericks. They're like, they need something, dude. But if Jimmy Butler would have gotten a game-winning and one after that collapse, I probably would be still in a puddle of my own vomit because of how much I would have had to drink last night. I'm serious. Like, I'm sorry. I just would have.
What was the picture that you sent? Did him and Steve Kerr do a post game together, or was that another intangible that I'm confusing?
I think you're confusing me with one of the intangibles.
No, not you specifically. I felt like I saw a picture of him doing a post game. I don't know. It seems like he's meshing over there pretty good.
Jamal Murray, 55.
Double nickel.
We don't have those. See, we need one of those.
It's like an alien. When I see that stuff, I'm like, what's that like?
But that's what I'm saying.
What's that like?
Like it you know what? I appreciate the mantra of this team. And that is make winning plays. But I would say this. I'm tired of seeing things that don't show up on the score sheet.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because the score doesn't either.
Luis says they pick Hero up full court and he loses his mind. Yeah, like this is the thing with Hero. Like every time it's like, hey, you know what? We're gonna put a lot of pressure on Hero. It's like, hey, this is what you wanted, dude. Mm-hmm. This is what every guard deals with. Every star guard has to deal with this. You know, don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm, you know, I want to be amongst all the best in the league. And it's like once that happens, turnover McGee can't hit a shot. Since you've been,
because he should be a 2.
Yeah, probably. But he, you know, all the
why wouldn't he put him in there with Mitchell? And
he got some time with Mitchell.
Dude, and he was left the ball more.
Dude, he punted the ball into the stands yesterday. He's like, the only thing that
why every time a professional athlete drops, turns the ball over, you go to Looney Tunes.
I didn't have Terry Rozier to lash out yesterday.
You can't blame him.
I can't blame him.
That's what hurt the most.
That's what hurt the most.
That really hurt the most. I'm like, Terry's not here. We still did this.
Dade South says the roster's mediocre and it reflects the record. No need to overthink things.
Right, exactly.
Ridiculous.
No. Because Tobin thinks they should be the 1 seed.
That's not what I think. It's not what I think.
Where do you think they should be?
They probably should be. I think they should be a little above where they are. They should be a comfortable 6. A comfortable 6. Instead,
so you say 3 or 4 games over 500.
I'm saying, yeah, I think like 3-4.
Yeah, but
they're not. What can I do? That's what I think. But they're not.
Right around mediocre.
They're worse than mediocre.
Now
they're closer to the Hawks than they are the damn Pistons. Falling off a cliff. Rats off a ship. That's how they treated it.
I don't know. I just don't know what you're expecting because, like,
I'm expecting at one point my happiness to return. How about that?
To me, go to Golden State.
I'm expecting the 4th seed. Oh, I was at least.
So here's the deal. No, that's being a fan.
Why? Who name 5? Okay, we know Boston. The Knicks are pretty good this year. Cleveland, of course.
I mean, they're only
Milwaukee.
They're only 4 games
Milwaukee.
they're only 4 games out of the 4 seed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Those are the only 4.
You can't start the show the way you started it and then assume that they just gonna go on this 5-game run.
No, I don't think so anymore.
Right.
Pretty weak schedule to end the season.
See, here we go.
And so if like you get momentum, I'm hoping the rest does everybody well. You know, Tyler can recharge his batteries. I don't know what's going on with Jaime. Do you hear what Spo said about Jaime?
Do you guys understand why we fight so much?
No, I'm just saying, like, just get a couple of things pieced together. I think Ware needs a break. I think this has been a lot on him. For sure. Clearly, Jovic needs a reset. You know, they've mentally. I think you just get tonight. We get tonight, we can start building on things.
Again, you're making.
Good luck.
Okay. I would like to know what is going to change between last night and tonight
Got to decompress.
that would lead you to believe there's no more single-digit quarters. Like, here's the deal, and I've said this for a while now. The reason why Jimmy is so much better with the Warriors right now is because he's not the number one.
He's not so much better, though. He's playing like Jimmy.
No, but it's still he can do it all the time. He would pick and choose when he did it here. And this team could not always afford that. They needed a guy who was going to go out and get his. Every team has one of those guys. You turn on the TV, so-and-so won 38. Right? Like, this team doesn't have that. Who's the guy where you say, hey, go get me a 30-piece?
It's going to be Jovic eventually.
Eventually, but until that happens, this is the only team in the NBA where you can't say, you better be careful, he could go off for 40. Every other team has a guy like that.
I know.
So, in the last 3 years.
Maybe like Houston. They're kind of like a sum of their parts.
Okay, right.
That's like the good team. I'm trying to think of a good team like that, but that's
right.
probably it.
That's it. It's an anomaly. And he'd have been doing it now since the big three have left.
Haven't had a 25-point score since LeBron.
So think about that. So while we sitting here complaining or getting upset or getting frustrated that this team is not where we thought they should be, where's that guy? I said it last year. I said, every team has two guys now that could get you 25 and go for 30 if the other guy's not there.
Everybody has two guys now? You just made it one guy. Two guys?
They have that one stud, but if you look at, the sidekick can go off too.
We'll take a break here on the show. Back with more for this.
Last game before the All-Star break for the Heat.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our road to repeat here, which is brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Central Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
So Leroy got us these. Take that graphic down, JFig. They got us these Playa Vibe, but I don't want to drink it without him. Where is he?
So it's sparkling pina colada.
Can you shout out the hall there, Frog Boy?
Yes.
Say, hey, Leroy. See where he's at. Well, let's see if we can hear him.
I don't even see him.
I think he was talking to Galen, as far as I know. As far as the Cats, of course, on their break right now, it is the Four Nations Faceoff going on. Last night, that opened up with Canada getting a win over the Swedish. It's not cold. Well, dude, you know when the segment is. The segment is the first hour every day. Anyway, so the Panthers yesterday, no goals for any of our Cats yesterday. Tonight, we got Finland taking on Team USA at 8 o'clock.
Are we opening this? We're doing it?
Gotta tell you.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Playa.
Wow.
Hey.
Not gonna lie though, it kind of makes me want to throw a little.
What's in pina colada?
Rum.
Rum? I always
Usually like a fruity rum too, like a coconut or a pineapple rum,
But this even
or
has
just your
like
run of the mill rum.
I didn't know that's how pina coladas were made.
Yeah, coconut and pineapple.
Are you serious?
No, I have no idea.
If you like,
I don't know how a lot of drinks
coladas.
Good.
I'll accidentally drink drinks with tequila without realizing they have tequila, and I hate tequila.
Do you think that we have any fisticuffs tonight between
Yes.
Chuck and any of our Finns?
Ooh.
Not Barkov. Barkov's not gonna fight, but maybe Nico Mikkola or Etu or.
Oh, you think just messing around he goes and clips one?
I don't know. It's just like. Trevor wants to know, am I rooting for Finland or the U.S.? I think I'm betting on Finland.
We already had this discussion.
I think I'm betting on Finland
Money
just for the
talks.
money. But I got to root for America. I am American, but,
Are you?
yeah, I'm American. This is kind of like a Team USA versus Serbia thing. You know, like I was rooting for Nico, although Nico didn't play very much because he had the broken leg.
Say it. You didn't play that much. He had
a broken ankle, whatever he had. He had a fractured ankle.
Yeah.
Either way, he was there for his squad. But I was rooting for Serbia, and then when it got to the Serbia versus USA, which by the way was a great game, I rooted for America. Let's see, view more bets. Yeah, Finland's plus 250 tonight. Tournament futures. Finland is. So I'm just gonna put a 5 spot on it.
Hell no. I want in.
All right, fine. You're in too? All right, we'll put a 10 spot on it. We're going for Finland?
Huh?
We're Finnish?
Our money is on.
Our money's on Finland.
Like, who wants $10 that wins you 12?
Fair point.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like sometimes you gotta take a wild one.
I'm sorry. Like, if that makes me a bad American, it makes me a bad American. I'll be happy if USA wins, but a long shot on Barkey.
I know many people bet against the Dolphins, bet against the Canes. If you're a Jets fan, bet against the Jets.
See, that's different though. That's allegiance to my team.
Money has nothing.
Not my country.
Your country.
Yeah, my country.
Really?
It's come on.
Why do you sound like that?
No,
My
he tried to pull off.
Why I sound like that?
My
family. What are you, Brian Kelly?
Whatever, dude. You're a traitor.
And
What? You're a traitor.
Root for Barkov in that too.
What's amazing about
And Lindell.
What's amazing about that is, even with that accent, he still don't sound like nobody in Louisiana.
No. But maybe Alabama. Country.
No, not
No,
like
don't.
Tuscaloosa.
no, dude. Like,
Nashville.
see,
You can't
y'all
keep
hear
naming
that on
places.
Stop
TV,
doing that.
and
Kansas
y'all
City.
putting them somewhere, and I'm like, Nah, I grew up in the South. That don't sound like nothing I ever heard.
Nah, you grew up in Bonetown.
Look,
No.
maybe it makes me a bad American, but it makes me a great Panthers fan.
Yes, correct.
No, it doesn't.
Correct.
Like, nice try. Sounded
Well, it's
like-
not fair. I mean, there's Panthers everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's Panthers.
You're basically
Good problem.
trying to get out of that explanation like Spo.
Look, it would make me a bad American. Here's what would happen. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys could, if we were in a situation where Sergei Bobrovsky was playing for Russia,
Ooh,
that would make me a bad American.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or if you go for Canada,
Even though I don't think he's any fan of Putin.
I don't
Another story for another day. But if that would make me a bad American.
That man business out there like that.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Allegedly, please.
Yeah.
I said I don't think he is. I don't know.
I don't know. We may have a big following in Moscow. I'm not sure.
That's like when your wife says, "Do you want to go to this party?" You go, "No."
Just throw a little action. Look, in my eyes, Trevor, it goes like this. If America wins, great. If Finland wins, I'm rich.
It's a win-win.
Win-win. Take a break. Hour 2 is next.
Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Let's get to headlines. Brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory at the Sporters, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. And remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Heat, they lose last night, 115-101. No Terry Rozier or Duncan Robinson. They missed the game with Bubble Guts.
Yep.
Yep.
You
Funky
think
dunk.
Terry's like, well, y'all try to blame me for that.
Can't blame Terry. Can't blame Terry. He gets off for last night.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. I won't win us.
I won't win us. Man,
What?
I don't want to go into All-Star break feeling like crap.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And now the
And then Kyrie just scored 40,
40.
and like we don't have nobody that could do that.
Nah.
Hmm.
You gonna be mad if Klay Thompson goes off tonight? What do you want to say?
You know what's interesting? I saw him yesterday. Very smug, by the way.
He was very smug. That's true.
Steph Curry hit like a clutch shot instead of being like, oh, you know, one great shooter of all time, former teammate. He just had a nasty.
Well, I
look
think
on his face.
I don't think they had a good breakup. I think that
No.
I don't
But-
remember.
but how could
I'm
you
pretty
not have a
sure.
good
I'm pretty sure Klay felt frozen out. I think he ghosted him.
For sure, he did. I did hear that as well. But how could you do that to the
How could you
babyface
do that?
assassin? To the babyface assassin.
Probably tired of him. You know?
Is it hard
Jealousy.
when anybody says anything negative about him? It just like it doesn't sound right.
It's probably like when Paul McCartney got sick of John Lennon's ass. You know.
Okay, but Yoko.
I understand. Well, who's Yoko? Is Yoko Draymond?
Draymond.
I'm sick of
I
his
hope
shimmy.
Len is listening to this, by the way.
Right, I'm telling you.
That was-
How long before
Hmm?
Draymond and Jimmy go at it?
I don't know.
I
They
think
seem to
they're
love
peas-
each other.
yo, I think they're peas in
They're
a
peas
pod.
in a pod right
I
now.
really feel like
Did Jimmy Butler poop his pants last night? It appears that he pooped his pants.
I gotta find this out.
It appears. I am not going to
No,
say
no,
here
no.
on the
Please.
air that
Hold
Jimmy
on.
Butler
First
pooped
of
his
all-
pants.
First of all,
Okay.
let's stop.
But I'm going to tell
Let's
you.
stop
What?
because
Oh my God.
What?
you want him to poop your pants so you don't feel so bad.
No.
No,
Yes,
no.
it is.
It really
yes, it
isn't.
does.
No, I really don't. I don't feel that way. I watched last night. Like I watched last night. I was not hate watching last night, but I did when that charge was up. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, there's a
That's
lot of
hate
videos about
watching.
this though.
Leroy, I'm not saying he pooped his pants, but what I am saying is, it looks like he pooped his pants.
He pooped his pants. Oh,
Yep,
yo, he looked like he pooped his
a
pants.
little bit too much big face coffee.
That's what is that? If it's not, then what is that?
I'm gonna send it to you, Leroy.
This is questionable activity right here. This is questionable activity. What is that then?
Maybe he had the bubble guts too, but he didn't want to miss a game.
If it's not,
If he was playing for the Heat, he'd miss a week and a half.
this is bad, dude. This is bad. There's no other explanation. There's no other
Say it
explanation.
one more time.
Let me see.
Okay.
I'm gonna snip the picture here because
Can you send it to me, please?
I would love to.
Okay,
I need all the possible angles and opinions of this.
Sure.
This is not a good look. This is not a good look at all. You know, Paul
lot of
Pierce did it
sharing
in a
over there.
playoff game, but this is just a normal Wednesday night.
Yeah.
All right, I'm uploading the picture now for our Twitch.
Leroy's face.
It's just strange. Is that not strange? Leroy's face. Wait, look at this.
He walking with a limp.
Wow.
Oh, what
Come
is that?
Come
Oh,
on.
you know what happened?
What are we doing?
Let me
Here?
tell you something. What happened?
What? Are
What?
We doing?
He sat in some Gatorade.
Really?
That's orange Gatorade.
You sure?
Yeah.
But it's right in the center.
Right in the center.
Yeah.
dude.
So
like
you
a
know how
towel-
the seats are.
Like a towel boy forgot?
No, or he spilled it or something like that. Maybe he had a towel on his waist and he spilled it right between his legs and went on the seat.
All I'm saying is it looks
don't
like he
know.
pooped his pants. I'm not saying that he did. It just looks like he did.
It was a clutch time too. You can understand why he'd be nervous.
Right.
Understandable.
Just saying.
That's all you got right now. Right?
That's all I got. I mean, they did lose, thank God.
Yeah. Finally.
Finally.
There you go, Tristan. That's a way to use the proper terminology.
Careful. I don't know what the rules are on that one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I don't know what the rules are there.
That's great.
It's not really a bad word. Right?
Is it?
I don't think it's a bad word.
I don't think we should test them waters.
If you're,
just
you know
yet.
what?
I think you should
Let's
test
let
it.
her say it
Yeah,
because
perfect.
Len will never get mad at her.
It's true. It's true.
You know,
Don't say that. I'm sure he'll be mad at me at one point.
if
No,
you say, it, I
Wait,
think
you know
we're
what?
good.
You know what?
Yes.
He's been mad at me before.
Jennifer, you can use past tense.
That's great. That is great. That's unfortunate that we're so down bad as Heat fans that we're like, yeah, well, Jimmy Butler maybe pooped his pants.
Maybe he pooped his
That's,
pants.
you do the same thing with Clay.
Yeah, but he sucks, dude. Come on. Come on. Everyone's
He's
tired.
gonna hit 7 threes against us tonight.
Yeah.
No way.
He's gonna hit 7 threes,
They're
and you
tired.
know what you're gonna do? You're gonna blame Erik Spoelstra. That's what you're gonna do.
I will.
You're gonna kick him upstairs.
I'm gonna
If
blame
Klay Thompson goes off tonight, I will say Andrew Wiggins, like, hey, you know,
Come on.
don't be afraid to give us a little something.
Well,
Like, you know, I was told,
Still waiting.
you know, Draymond Green got me all hyped up yesterday because they're like, I think it could be an all-star again with Miami, and I'm like, when?
Yeah.
Who?
Wiggins.
He's played 2 games, dude. Relax.
Let's go.
Like when? Wait. Let me ask you a question.
Let's go.
How quickly should he be 25 and 5 and 5?
25, but give me like a little 19 spot.
And how many games should that take?
I mean, everybody, you know, it would have been nice to see him step up with some heroics last night when the ship was sinking, and he was kind of just like, oh, the ship is sinking.
They always do. They've been doing that for 2 years.
I'm just saying.
Man, it really is gross to look at the box score and just see the quarter breakdown.
Oh, dude.
It really is
But
just like
it looks. You know what it looks like? It looks like they paused the game and will continue it today.
so strange. Just,
The fourth quarter box score is what you're looking
Yeah.
at right now?
it's 35 in the first. Competitive game, we're up by 12, 28. You know, Oklahoma's fighting back. Another competitive third quarter, 30 points, 8 in the fourth. 8. Like,
I've never seen.
this
I'm
many.
gonna tell you the reason why I noticed this so much because I can tell you I've never seen this.
this is
I've
gross.
never seen this happen. I've never seen a team go through low teens
Well, you were,
or single digits more than this team.
well, we just gave you pointed it out because it's crazy that it's happened in the fourth quarter 3 times. It's only happened 4 times this season in the NBA. The Heat have 3 of them.
And then that's not even counting third quarter.
Yeah, we don't even know what the rest of the quarter totals are.
Right.
If somebody-
No, because we've seen a single digit in third quarter too.
brutal. I don't want to talk
yeah.
about this.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to coach younger than him.
Oh, okay, well then half of the league he can't go to. Then.
Well, he said last night we made
Dolphins back up.
Oh, they're just announcing that they're moving on.
Our intention was to move in a different direction.
Aaron Rodgers, Dolphins back up.
Yeah, like
Is he,
I can say this. I can say this.
Hmm?
There is no way in hell a former player that becomes a coach is going to deal with that Aaron Rodgers nonsense. Not a former player.
they're trying to break us up, Aaron.
And if you look at how it's going to play out, watch. He ain't going to go to no former player. Right? He's going to go to one of these young, star-struck young guys.
Feels like Vegas.
Yeah.
Smells like Vegas.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you see yesterday Deshaun Elliott from Pittsburgh? He was on the Dolphins. Did you see what he said?
Mm-mm.
Well, there was a lot of Aaron Rodgers Steelers fodder,
Mm-mm.
and he commented on Instagram and said, "Send his ass to the retirement home."
Right. Like you wait. You think that Aaron Rodgers is going to work with that coach?
Tomlin?
Yeah.
They had a thing. Like there was a thing a
Dude.
couple of years back.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. That's the grass is greener on the other side of that fence. You don't realize how good you got it.
Mm.
You looking over that fence, you're like, ooh, Mm-mm.
Has Tyreek Hill already been caught in another lie? That's next.
Last game
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, we got some fun stuff here, people. Okay, we got one more giveaway for Valentine's Day. What does that have to do with winning?
Does any of it have to do with winning?
I'm helping people win Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, man. I don't know what to do.
Dude, can I make fun of we had the funniest social media post. I don't know who put it up because I don't have access to the Twitter account. But it was a photo. It was like, listen to Tobin and Leroy to win ballet tickets. And then it was just like the most artsy black and white photo of a ballerina. And what do they call a male dancer, JFig? Is he also a ballerina or a ballerino?
Ballerette? No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Male dancer.
I'm actually the one that
a
got
male
sent
dancer.
that
What?
Chippendales?
You posted that?
It is a
That's so like, if you want to talk about our show and not being artsy, like that is not our show.
Wait,
Look,
you made it sound like it was a Chippendales dancer. It was like, what do you call it? A dancer?
Look, I'll send it. I'll show you right now.
The ballerino. You were right, by the way.
They're both ballerinas?
No, ballerino.
A ballerino?
A male ballet dancer is called a ballerino in Italian. But
I've never heard anybody introduce himself and say I'm a ballerino.
it says in English-speaking countries, they're usually called male ballet dancers.
This is the pic.
I was like, what is this? What is that picture?
The girl's too little to be Tobin. I'm clearly.
It's not supposed to imitate us.
Oh, really? Why not?
It's not very Tobin and
I don't know.
Leroy.
This
It's
is
not
just-
very Tobin and Leroy. Like,
Well, what do you
Yeah.
want to do? I get set things and I just post it because it's my job.
but like,
I mean, but
I
come
don't
on.
know. That's like,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can go ahead and edit one. Don't worry about that.
You
I'll
could
take care
have
of it.
just took and made,
I'm not trying
more
to make people angry.
more
here.
South Florida centric. Put a couple little rump roasts on the two dancers.
If you want to have liberties with the picture, go for it. But
No.
I will.
I got
Come on.
sent something and I did it.
either way, if you guys do want to win those ballet tickets, Miami City Ballet, if you guys want to go to that for a Valentine's Day performance, that's tomorrow. Okay, so don't call in to win if you can't go tomorrow. Keep on listening to our show. And how do you want to say it? What do you want to say? A gathering of flowers? What do you want to say? How do you want to say it?
Yeah, okay.
A gathering.
Ooh.
A
bouquet.
Bunch.
no, it's not a bouquet.
Bouquet.
It's a bouquet.
It's not a
It's a
bouquet.
bouquet.
It's a bouquet.
It's definitely a bouquet.
It's a bouquet.
No.
Really, it's a bouquet.
Ew, stop it. -1.
You guys can win some ballet tickets and some flowers. Lots of them.
Hey, so the cool thing is like even as a kid, I was like a big fan of the orchestra.
No, you weren't.
I swear to God,
Okay.
I don't
Dude.
believe that.
I swear
Of
to
the
God.
orchestra?
He's always talking
Yeah.
about orchestra though.
I'm always talking
Come
about
on.
violin and Yanni and
No.
stuff like.
Okay, I've never heard you speak
no,
about
you
Yanni.
haven't.
Dude,
That's
my,
just
wait.
bad
You've
things in
never
there.
said
Wait.
the terms Yanni ever.
One of my
Never said
favorite,
that.
one of my favorite concerts I've ever seen on TV on PBS was Yanni live at the Acropolis.
Get out of here,
And
dude.
I swear to God, because they had a black violinist who's very famous, and so I started following her.
What's
I
her name?
promise you, Karen.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Karen.
Wait. Hold on. I'll give it to you.
By the way, if you guys don't win, you can get those tickets at MiamiCityBallet.org.
Briggs.
Karen Briggs. Thank you. Apologize, you bum.
You didn't know who she
But
was.
what
Why
did
am I
It was
apologizing
say
to you?
Karen. There you go.
What?
There's no way her name is
No,
Karen.
no. This is just like the hockey thing.
No.
No,
Wait a minute.
you are.
Go, no.
No.
There's
Go
no-
watch. Go watch some Karen Briggs.
You and I have
then
known.
talk to
I want
me.
to talk
Go
to you
watch
for a
some
second.
Karen
No, I'm going
Briggs.
to talk to you for a second. You and I have known each other for a very long time. We've had a lot of conversations. We've had a lot of meals. And I got to tell you something right now. At this moment, this is the first time ever you've ever said, I'm a big fan of the orchestra.
And Yanni, like I've never heard
No,
you say
but
that
that's
ever.
where I started like getting into it.
What's your favorite instrument?
The violin. I said it. I said that. I've said that a thousand times.
Nobody's favorite orchestra instrument is the violin.
I'm
It's a
telling
very
you.
beautiful instrument,
I'm
so.
telling you. Wait. Okay. What other show that I've gone to where I said I really liked it?
Trans-Siberian.
Right.
But that's
you
not a
do
true
like that.
orchestra. That's
Dude,
that's Christmas.
They do the same. It's the same basic concept.
Oh, so
What-
because
what-
it's Christmas.
What
it's
Yanni
not
does
real.
is use a live band with an orchestra.
But
right?
Trans-Siberian
And what Trans-Siberian Orchestra does is they kind of make all the instruments electric.
Yeah, but it's basically like the John Tesh of orchestras.
No, it's not.
It is though, dude. It is because it's very commercialized. It's not like the arts.
Oh my goodness.
By the way,
You're the
we
worst.
have a
Hold on, you didn't believe him either. Why all of a sudden now you believe him?
about what? What do
No,
you mean?
I always talk.
No,
You just said.
he has spoken about orchestra.
Get out of here. What has he spoken about?
no.
He started adding
What the hell
Wait
is
a
he
minute,
spoken
wait a
about
minute,
orchestra?
wait a minute.
adding people,
Wait a
and
minute,
that's
wait a
just
minute.
not it. Look,
Wait a
this is also
Right
a
now.
new edit.
Right now.
Who? What?
Wait.
Mm,
I'm gonna go
mm,
right here.
mm.
Here's my music.
You know
Right,
what? Actually, I would
artist,
love to see
you
your
ready?
music.
Yeah.
You think I'm kidding? Live at the Acropolis. It's on my iPhone.
Let me see. I want
I
to
don't know.
Come
I don't know if I brag about that.
No, I'm just saying. Dude,
Let him brag.
Hold on.
I don't know, Tobin. It seems like you may owe him an apology.
I don't think I do owe an apology.
He seems like he's a man of the arts.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite symphony?
Wait, but is it like I wanna
Bittersweet.
say, is it in your?
That's a point, dude. Look, no one's listening. But that's a point.
I heard
The
him.
two hobnob twins over here. Oh, he talks about it all the time. She like you want to talk about flip flopping on a take. She starts the takes being like, he's never talked about Yanni, and now all of a sudden she goes,
But
I
he
appreciate-
never has mentioned Yanni. He would always say things about orchestra.
"Who's always? When is always?"
Mm.
To me, Tobin.
No, I don't believe
Oh, how convenient.
Very convenient.
How convenient.
Couple of hobnobbers.
Yeah. While you guys were hobnobbing, trying to decide whether or not
I like how you're still standing there, like you're just.
He is
Look,
not playing.
Hey,
He's on-
maybe let me
What
just.
is
And
going
this-
on here?
I'll get.
I am.
Wait. No. Hold on.
wow,
Flexible.
shredded.
I
Tobin.
am very uncomfortable right now. We should know less about each other.
The shades is
Or
an
see
interesting touch
less.
for sure.
First of all,
The bright
Tobin
light, the bright
Tobin
light.
ain't never been that damn ripped.
No,
And if I was him, I'd be smiling and have shades on too if I was ripped like that.
that is
Very light on my feet.
impressive.
Look at your toes, the way they curve, Leroy.
I mean, it's pretty accurate if you ask me.
The thing I want to know though is, how long have you been making up that you like orchestra?
I haven't. Oh my God, you're the worst.
What's your favorite symphony? Favorite symphony?
I told you. No, I told you what I like.
Okay.
What orchestra I like.
Beethoven, Mozart. Like what's your
You would know
go-to?
Beethoven if you.
I love Beethoven.
Although I will say this.
You've never said that ever in your
Although I
life.
will.
Never.
Although wait.
Love
Find
Beethoven.
this
wait.
one for fraudulence
Although I will say
immediately.
this. In the 90s, right? There was a guy who came out with a digitalized version of Beethoven's Number 5, and he did the whole album. It's called Bachbusters. What? It is. It's called Bachbusters, and basically what they did
So
was
you're like a Beethoven cover band.
kinda.
Interesting.
Wow.
Look, I got it on here. Let me see.
Blockbusters.
Yeah.
It exists.
No, I know
Amazon.com.
it does.
You
You
can purchase
guys think I'm kidding?
I just
I
never.
listen to all types of music.
Mm-mm. When's the last time you played that Yanni?
it. When is the last time you played that, Jan?
I wake up to it.
Oh,
Get
that's
outta
so
here, dude.
sweet.
No, you don't.
Just-
You wake
Let's
up to
call
it.
Big
Come
Spoon.
on. What do you
wake up to it?
immediately.
Look, I'll show
What's
you.
that even mean?
It's my
It's his
What does that
alarm
even
clock.
mean,
It's
dude?
either that
Ringer.
or,
What does that even mean?
Oh, so it goes off and you shut it off immediately because it's so horrible.
No, it's another one. Let me see something.
How much Kenny G do you listen to?
None.
What? That's where you draw the line?
You a fan of the oboe,
Huh?
Ooh, the oboe.
cello?
Jello to you, sir.
I'm telling you, I don't know why you don't believe me.
It's
You're
not that
not lying about it.
it's not that I don't believe you. It's that I don't believe you.
It's that you're lying.
Dude, I'm telling you. I have even you remember the big disc used to have the
The vinyl?
no
Okay.
the digital the digital ones.
Let me ask you something. When you were in Cleveland, did you go to the state fair and think that was the orchestra when somebody was just blowing into a jug and playing on a washboard?
No, rednecks, that's your neck of the
The
woods.
spittoon?
What are you talking about? Like I don't know why you don't believe this.
I just don't.
Like, I really do have this stuff in my iPhone.
You just strike me as somebody who doesn't have.
What do you think? I just pulled it up on my iPhone just now.
Let me tell you something. As somebody who knows you and knows your tolerance for the slow.
Wow, I guess you never really knew him at all.
It's not slow though.
Neither did you, because you're making up this whole thing that I know.
He has.
You started off
Leroy
this.
and I talk about music all the time.
You're a coverer up of crimes. I don't believe you.
What?
You started the segment not believing him, and now all of a sudden you guys talk about it all the time.
Defending him because he has spoken about orchestra, but when he started mentioning names, that's when I was.
So you didn't believe him.
So you didn't believe him when it came to.
So you believe him, but you don't believe him.
I just said that he has never said.
She's not credible.
So she doesn't believe it.
No, I sure.
Like,
dude, I like. You guys are.
You just you just strike me as somebody you would have comments throughout the entire orchestra. You know, like, that's not how you cello.
You missed that note.
Why do you think?
It's a little sharp.
You see that one over there? Little too big for the trumpet.
Judging the maestro nonstop.
You're so uncultured.
Looks
He
like
didn't crescendo.
You call that conducting?
They got a big one on the triangle.
And the most delicate instrument to the triangle.
Okay, here we go. I want you to watch this.
I don't want to watch it. I don't like orchestra. We're gonna get ripped offline. You can't just play music.
You can just watch it over to the side.
That's not how that works. Take a break. Back after this.
Oh, we're doing it.
Back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Yeah, your wife's in on your she's in on your ruse. I got you.
What is just a random text from work?
So what, dude? I have the same code with my wife. If I ever ask you a random question, you know what the code answer is.
Disagree with me, right?
Somebody's code answer is violin?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't have a cover up with your significant other? You've been to forget it? Be like, hey, if we're ever in these situations and I need to get out of something, you know these answers?
Me and Scooby have one.
I don't doubt.
Wait a minute.
I completely.
What are we doing here? Every time Leroy puts on shoes, one last ride. To the left. Every single toe got me going to my left.
Totes are.
Beethoven.
Y'all don't appreciate. Yeah. Y'all don't appreciate.
Don't even need to adjust it.
I appreciate music. I don't know why. Like you can't.
Yeah, you're an artsman. I get you.
No, I'm not an artsman.
Okay.
I just like music.
I understand you like music. I just never picture you as a Yanni guy.
I showed you why.
Why? Yeah, because they have a black violinist. I get you.
And
so
and
you're more of
that's
a
my
Karen Briggs person than a Yanni person.
Yeah, but
Yanni can kick rocks.
No,
Honestly,
but
this is my favorite comment of the day.
The way they put the orchestra with the band was cool.
Timbo Slice says we're supposed to believe Leroy's driving around listening to classical music while eating chicken wings.
It's
No,
not,
this is so
but it's
funny
not.
to
It's
picture.
really not classical music. When so like
Also, he listens a lot to Sirius XM.
Bach
While he's driving.
Bachbusters.
Blockbusters.
Yes, Bachbusters. It took the whole Symphony No. 5 and digitized it, so it made it cool. So that's kind of how I would say I listen to that. I don't go and like get the original music, but that's how I got into
Well,
it.
that's kind of what you made it seem like. It made it seem like
No,
like
I
you
did
like-
not.
Like you like to put on
I
the
did
tux and
not.
go to the orchestra.
I did not.
Like I didn't know you had season tickets to the Arch Center.
Wow. Those
No,
exist.
pretty much. I have season tickets to the Ass Center every day here. Ass. I can't believe it. Like, dude, nobody said that when you was drinking those little pink drinks on the grass.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, you like what music you like. Why am I getting ridiculed and made fun of just because I say I like the violin?
Because you're lying. Sorry, I didn't realize you like Tchaikovsky or whatever his name is.
I want to see
Tchaikovsky
the Google
isn't
link.
that the fake diamonds? Crystal?
Oh yeah. What do you have pulled up?
Nothing. Just the rundown.
Trying to find.
Oh,
No.
wow.
You always got listen.
What cover story do you have? Because you've known that he's been such a such a consumer of the arts.
Him and I have a code word too.
I know one place I won't get you dead at an orchestra.
Dude, I didn't say. I never said I would go to an
candlelight
orchestra.
ones. Have you seen those?
Huh?
Oh yeah, I've seen the
Leroy, have you
candlelight.
seen the candlelight
There's
orchestra?
no JFig. There's no way you're going to an orchestra. There's too much joy in the music and optimism.
Oh, I'm
Sure.
so sorry. What?
No mosh pits. Also,
There's no mosh
I'm
pits.
the only person
There's
here
no
who
mosh
has
pits.
taken music history and all these kind of classes. Okay, I'm the one that has known more about this.
You've
than you
taken music history, and yet your favorite thing is mosh pits and goth.
guys. Well,
Whoa!
it's a love song.
we all have preferences.
And apparently Leroy's is Yanni.
I mean, yeah,
Great.
and this one right here is the one that started my like for music right here.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Let's get to the mixed bag, huh?
All right, let's mix it up.
The mixed bag is brought to you by Yanni.
You're not cultured. You're not
Okay.
cultured. Like, what's your favorite instrument?
The
Guitar.
banjo.
What's the guitar?
Banjo.
I do like a banjo.
I know you do.
I like a banjo. I like a steel
No,
guitar.
actually, I know your favorite instrument for sure. The Spanish guitar.
Oh, I do like a Spanish
Because
guitar.
every time there's a Spanish guitar solo, you're like, I love that.
Why all intangibles gotta like guitar?
I don't know.
That's in their blood.
Just do.
Okay.
My favorite instrument is the guitar.
Shocker.
Best guitarist of all time? Hendrix?
Ooh.
Clapton?
Santana.
Ooh.
He's the longest.
Yeah, he's a Kabiler.
What? No.
Compiler.
Okay.
Santana, Kabiler.
That's what you're
Dude, he was one of the OG collaborators where he made a whole album where he collaborated with like 8 artists.
Because he can't sing.
Yeah, he can't sing. That's not his thing. He's a guitar player.
I mean, growing up, he could sing.
Oye, como va?
Yeah.
Was that
That
him?
was all like barbecue music.
Are you sure that he sang Oye, como va? Or did somebody do it for him and he's playing the guitar?
He sang it.
Are you sure?
Mm.
Black Magic Woman?
Oh,
It's a good one. Can we please get into the mixed bag because you're insulting music now? For
Am I
everyone.
insulting
He can't help it.
I'm
For
insulting
everyone.
music?
Yes.
He can't help it.
For everyone.
yeah. Not as bad as the Grammys assaulted music this year, but
Coming to Rockville, Deathwing.
okay. This is great. We have I just want to apologize for this hour. Anyone who's listening. I just
Why?
wanna apologize. We've spent 40 minutes accusing Leroy of lying. and
It's not that I think he's lying.
Yes, you do.
I think
You
he's
literally said
overselling
it
it.
so many times
Okay.
this break.
No, it started as you're a complete liar. Now you're like, all right, maybe he's listened to a song or two.
Do you know how weird it is to know somebody that long and you're like, oh yeah.
Well, I know
love
not
this
to
show.
mention that to you.
He
Like-
mentioned it to me.
That's great.
Oh yeah, this is the other one.
Oh yeah.
He's mentioned to me. So on all these journeys up and down the hallway, you've thought to yourself, you know, Jennifer, what I find soothing is really the
This is therapeutic.
like,
He
I've
does,
never even in the overhearing of your conversations, what I hear is that dude's a bum. Drama in that studio.
How?
You guys are basically doing
Stop
this.
throwing us out there like that.
That is
okay?
what you're doing,
I don't
though.
like- I don't like
You
that.
guys aren't sitting here being like, I've always thought that Symphony No. 5 really touches the soul in the dark moments to lift me up.
Wow, poetic.
Mixed bag?
Please.
Mixed bag. Bad week for the NFC East. Other than the champions, of course, Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants.
Oh,
They unfortunately had to see Saquon Barkley do what we all thought he was going to do. Rise to the top. What happened? You saw something?
yeah, Jarrell says, because he can't open up to his best bud, maybe Tobin should be more supportive and less tomfoolery.
Oh.
This is a therapy session.
No,
now.
because here's it. We'll be walking. It'll be like a serious
Let me not
situation.
affect your friendship.
We'll be like a serious situation. We'll look at one another and say, "Hey, man, I'm really, and then we'll look at them. No. So yeah, because
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Would you rather have this? I don't believe one word you're saying in the airport. Because that's what. No matter what, if ever I told you that, what would you say?
Okay.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Dude, you didn't spend the flight listening to Beethoven. You watched The Penguin.
Yes, which, by the way,
It's entertaining.
can I just say
It
this?
is entertaining.
Can I
Let
just
him
say
do
this?
that.
Damn you, American Airlines. Because on the way there, I watched like 3.5 episodes. I was going to catch the rest when I came back, and Penguin wasn't on the damn options. Yeah.
Damn, it sounds like a plane-to-plane option.
I don't know.
What you could have done was download the rest of the 3 more episodes on your phone from the Max app or whatever.
No
it's
way you
on.
can do
I
that.
couldn't not on the plane.
No, when you landed in before you
I
boarded the
didn't
plane
know
again.
it wasn't going to be on the plane on the way back.
One would think that Penguin would have lasted. 4 days.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
So now I got to
Now
go
we know.
find it. And I no.
So what about the NFC?
NFC East, not
NFC
doing well.
East.
Giants sad.
Down
Eagles
bad.
won.
Mm.
Washington almost had it.
When's the parade? Is the parade today?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
on Friday. Makes
And the
sense.
weather's terrible.
Well, it's Philly.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of porta potties they set up for that.
It
They're
don't matter
all
what.
going to be knocked
It's just
down.
more stuff to knock down and
Yeah.
tear.
You can't trust that city.
Why, when you celebrate, you got to tear stuff up?
It's
that-
mainly them, though.
Is that
Yeah,
intangible?
Well,
exactly.
this is the downfall of rooting against the Chiefs. Is that city's
That's right.
happy and
That's-
they're full of hooligans.
That really was the downfall.
I mean, they really are like the Ireland. of
You shouldn't
America.
have a parade for them. They wanted to fire the coach.
I agreed.
You can't win. Now all of a sudden you want to celebrate the guy? No.
They'll still fire him too. Like, it doesn't matter.
Ohio hates me
they
because
fire-
I said, hey, you know that saying? If you want to beat the champs, you got to beat the champs.
Mhm.
national champs, baby.
Woo-hoo.
Michigan back to back.
I liked he hit that with somebody in the airport,
Good
and
logic,
they were
man.
like, "That doesn't make sense."
Yeah.
they've never run into a boxing before. We're like, "We can't hear you. You're boxing." Great. Anyway, what was said?
Yanni.
Derrick Henry says Jerry Jones must have his number blocked. Didn't even reach out to him once during the recruitment process.
Jerry got my number blocked. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even call Jerry. Jerry got my number blocked. Are you upset that Derrick Henry didn't come to Dallas? I said, nah, that's not how God worked. He was exactly where he was supposed to be. Exactly. Year 8, 9 his career, still going for 1,800 yards, playoffs. He was exactly where he's supposed to be. I'm happy that I didn't get ruined by us.
What was this?
Wow. Wait. We just gonna let that last
Who
one.
was this? Like a Parsons show?
Yeah.
Yes, this is
I'm
Micah.
just glad it didn't get ruined by us.
Jeez.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't gotten.
that's almost as bad as what Cam said.
He hasn't gotten paid yet.
That's almost as bad as what Cam said.
It's not great.
Because guess what? Cam said it after his career was over.
Mm-hmm.
Micah said it while he's got to go in the locker room.
Yeesh.
Micah said some things this year, following games that indicate he won't be in Dallas very long.
Yeah, you will.
You think that he's going to double down and sign him? Like after this guy?
Jerry has always waited till the last minute. This has started with Emmett. Emmett held out for like 2 weeks. They lost both weeks, and then
Dak and CD
he always ends up paying more money.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is I can't understand why he thinks that's the best way to go about it.
I don't know why that is.
He always thinks he never holds out for less money. It's always a boatload more.
And then he tells, what did he say about his coach? He goes, "This is actually the most risky thing. This guy's got no experience whatsoever."
Right.
They're like, "What? You just say that out loud?"
That makes zero sense.
Where'd your camera go, dude?
I don't know. I think I accidentally bumped the mouse.
Man. All right. Well, that's really all the time we got for Mixed Bag.
I
I'm sorry,
appreciate it.
Froggy.
No, it's fine.
We will stop talking about Yanni.
Hey, dude.
Stop going up.
However, did Bam Adebayo took a little pot shot at his head coach yesterday?
Ooh.
Take a break. You be the judge. Stop showing me Yanni during the break, dude. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You honestly, you've only confirmed my thoughts about how you would be at the, because remember, this all started with you saying you love the orchestra, which I just don't buy. And what you've done, you're showing me Yanni during the break. I swear I'll get off this, everybody. But you're showing me Yanni during the break, right? And you're like, I could do without the music face. And what music face is the person playing the fiddle, and it's like, he goes, too much. And that's exactly how you would be if you watched the orchestra. You'd be commenting, you'd be like, all right, bongo boy. Like, there was some intangible with the long hair playing the bongos behind Yanni. He goes, skip. Jeez. You were done with them.
Some of those faces are not intentional, though.
I know.
It's kind of like,
I know.
Kind of reach that note. Ugh.
But JFig, you're telling me you think he would go to a concert and not make fun of that face? Of course he would.
He would.
He's
I never
Leroy.
said he wouldn't.
I would still enjoy the music.
Maybe so, but you would have comments. What the hell is that?
Was
that honey?
Honey trick.
Said, try this honey trick.
That means-
All right, I'm saying, lower that volume, YouTube.
Let's get to a little headlines here, brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory like the Sportage, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Tate South made of Yanni.
Yeah. There's like 3 of these.
All right.
Like, you know what?
There's also this. This is Tobin at the.
You guys are ingrates, right? Jets inform Aaron Rodgers' team will go in a different direction. Yeah, we ain't waiting for you, buddy.
You want to know the great part is, though?
What?
They tweeted out, I swear to God, this is a real thing. New York Jets have tweeted out, for everything you've given us the past 2 years, thank you, 8.
Oh, none but headache and heartache.
The comments. He goes, David Ferronis from the Sun Sentinel. What, media and false hope? Guy says, to be clear, he gave the Jets 2 losing seasons, a dysfunctional roster, and emotional trauma. Thanks.
Got 17 people fired.
Poor Matt Saleh.
No, I like the meme.
Rob.
It says everything you've given
Rob
us, and it's just a
Saleh.
blank piece of paper.
Great.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not as much a big hater as Leroy is of Aaron Rodgers, but I didn't expect it to go this bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
Okay. And what you said makes sense, obviously, in retrospect. Old, coming off the Achilles, but even the first year, I was like, oh, that makes him a contender. Good defense, Aaron Rodgers. That's all they were missing. Plug and play.
Why you make the assumption that your team is going to be the same as it was the year before?
Because I'm dumb. All right. I just live off of emotion.
Like, regardless of you know how your record ends up better or worse, you're never the same team as you were the previous year. Because keep in mind, if you have a whole lot of success, everybody's watching that film and they're trying to defeat all the things that you did well. So you're going to have to tweak it. That means you might have to win games in a different way. That means you might have to do things a certain way that you're uncomfortable with doing. But to say that, oh, we're just going to pick up where we left off, that never happens. Never.
So we got our own drama to deal with. That's with Tyreek Hill.
Oh.
Why y'all? Can I ask? Why are you dealing with it? There's nothing to deal with.
I don't know that that's true.
I kind of want to hear.
Wait,
I don't know that
you're
that's
not
true.
dealing with anything because there is no football. Until there's football, all you're dealing with is a bunch of bumping gums.
That's true.
That's it.
There's a bunch of bumping
So
gums.
why are you reading too much into it?
Because look, one thing we know about Tyreek Hill,
He ain't gonna stop talking.
he doesn't stop talking, and him and the truth are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, he does cheat on the truth.
He cheats on the truth. He's a whopper teller. And he went on this media tour last week, and he was like,
Right. Which still,
very apologetic.
I get all that, but here's the deal. You can apologize for what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You can't apologize for what you did.
But he also said he 100% wants to be back with the Dolphins.
Of course,
right?
You don't want to get that pay cut.
Here was him last week. I apologize to our audience. You're going to have to listen to people I don't really like very much in this show. One of them being he who shall not be named for our Tua. He was on his show. And this is what Tyreek Hill had to say to old Hell Dweller.
You mentioned the situation that God put you in, but when we heard you after the Week 18 game, it sounded like you didn't want to be in that situation anymore. And I understand it's an emotional time, but you said it. So where are you now?
I'm in a good space, man. I've had a conversation with my mom, had a conversation with my wife, and basically, like as a father, you don't need to put yourself in a situation like that. It doesn't matter how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like be able to, man up because at the end of the day, you're a leader of men. Like you're a leader of this team. So you got to know how to handle yourself in those moments. Right. Like take accountability.
Right.
And I'm taking full accountability of what I said, man. Like I don't deserve to say anything like that.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins, they paying me to play.
They've been good to you.
They've been very good to me.
Right.
So why am I going to go out and say some of the things that I said, man? And I fully take it back, and I'm gonna take full accountability of it, and I'm gonna come back next year, hoping to still be there and bust my tail, man, for the team, for the guys, for the fans, for the whole city.
So you want to stay with the Dolphins?
I want to stay with the Dolphins.
100%.
I hear them. They're saying apology accepted.
All right, there you go. Chris Sims.
Did he say I hear them?
Yeah, Chris Sims is saying, don't speak for us, Chris
Yeah,
Sims.
don't speak for me.
You don't speak for me, Chris Sims.
But so
he's saying they say apology accepted. He 100% wants to be back with the Dolphins. Takes accountability. All right, great stuff. Here's the thing, though, dude. Again, he's a bender of the truth. Now, take this for what it is, because, again, I don't care for this person coming up. But Bill Simmons, sports guy, Willie, he's claiming on his podcast that he ran into Tyreek Hill at the Super Bowl, and apparently Tyreek or people around him don't seem to have the Dolphins in mind as his future team. Take this for what it is, but listen to what Lil Willie had to say with his podcast co-host.
Looks like they had the worthy pick, but the offensive line is like really rough. There's other teams coming. The Chargers are going to be better. We saw Tyreek Hill on Friday. I was trying to get him to come to the Pats. Wasn't happening, but there was a team.
Are you going to tell him what he said afterwards?
What did he say after?
I said, come to the Cowboys. And then he did the eyes thing. Like, I'm looking at you. I said, you may have to be our running back too. He's like, that's all right. I'm ready. So here we go. That is good news for Dallas.
Well, and then somebody that was with him was like, watch out for the Chargers, and walked off. I was like, what do you mean?
Okay, dude.
If I may, there's no football being played.
Understood.
So all you have is this. And I'm disappointed in you.
Me?
Wow.
Why?
Because you have used two people who you consistently make fun of or send to hell.
Hate them.
And you're using them to make your point.
I'm not using them to make my point. I'm just presenting what has been said by Tyreek Hill.
He said a lot of stuff.
And then I'm being presented what may have been said by Tyreek Hill, seemingly off the record, I guess. I don't know. That's not journalism, but whatever. It was apparently in a private moment, seemed to be intrigued by going to the Cowboys.
Jokes.
Well, was it a jokey joke? Is it a jokey joke? Is it a jokey joke? Or is all like we've been wondering with all of this whole media tour that he's on, is it a whole lot of BS that he's throwing out there? He's saying one thing, but he means another. And is it time to just move on? Get ahead of it, Leroy. We've already seen a big situation here in town blow up in a team's face because they didn't get ahead of it.
But it works differently in football. It works differently in football.
But, dude, come on.
You can't be on the other side of 30 and be acting a fool because unlike basketball, football, you can get your money took. Football, they could cut you and just not pay you any money.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, you got to be careful.
But I'm just saying, like, the guy is out here and he's going on podcasts and he's saying the right things for right now after doing the wrong thing. But if it's true that he's flirtatious with going to other teams and he doesn't really want to be back with the Dolphins because they've done right by him, again, what's going to happen when he has a game where he doesn't catch as many balls as he thinks that he should have, or doesn't block the way that he should, or shows up late to camp, or whatever, decides to sell shorts instead of be at practice, whatever. It was a fun run. It was like football crack. I loved it. But it seemed to have had its run, dude. I don't know.
One has nothing to do with the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your thought process behind that could be valid, right? And the other part of it with him going on a apology tour, right? Like he's running for president, that's a whole nother different situation. I would say I don't make anything of anything that he's saying because it's not football season and it don't matter. We'll forget. He'll say 7 other things between now and the start of camp. We know this. So you getting caught up 4 days after the season, get caught up in what Tyreek Hill had to say, you're gonna be a nervous wreck by the time football starts.
I'm not really a nervous wreck because what I think everybody wants to do, and I think even what Drew Rosenhaus was trying to get ahead of, was like, hey, he was emotional in a moment.
I told you that.
But I don't know if he was. I think but like I think what he said after the game is probably closer to the truth than
why.
Because if he is saying, even as much as I hate Lil Willie, if that is true that he's got flirtations with going to the Chargers or the Cowboys, going somewhere else, then him saying that I'm out is more closer to what he really wants than him being emotional about it. Like, it's a convenient thing to say you're emotional, but it could also in emotion, it can reveal the truth. It can be more of a truth teller.
Again, all the other stuff, whatever. Like, the biggest issue, and I told you this, I'm gonna keep saying this. I don't care what somebody says, right? We all say some dumb stuff, right? And it's funny because we look at other people that say dumb stuff and we get on them and cancel them, acting like we ain't never said no dumb stuff. So I'm always cautious on just attacking somebody, saying stuff right after a game and being emotional.
Yeah, but I'm not attacking him. I'm asking if but if his feelings are legitimate, like just because you're emotional in a moment doesn't mean what you're saying is not something you believe. Like I could take it back or I could overlook it, but it doesn't mean what you said didn't have some validity to it. Like you've never.
I guess. I mean, I get what you're saying, but that's more to make your point, right? That there's some truth to it. Like when I said I dismissed it, I really dismissed it. But what I can't dismiss is what he did on the field.
Right.
That part of it, right? That part of it is grounds for, okay, we've had enough of this. I don't know whether the other stuff plays a role into it, the stuff we don't know about. But once you get to that point, to where you're saying I'm not going back on the field, now that says more to me than any of the words coming out of his mouth. I don't care how much he smiles. I don't care how much or whatever. They asked you to go in the game and you said no. Right?
And you made Waddle sad.
We need to have a conversation about that. That's what he should be apologizing for. He's over here apologizing for this over here, right? All these little things over here on the right, and we have a problem with what's going on over here. I don't have a problem with his mouth. Tyreek gonna talk, right? We weed through all of the crap that Tyreek says every year.
Cheating and talking is like breathing.
Right. But what separates what he did from any other football player is the quitting aspect of it. He has never addressed that. He has never said anything about that because everybody's concentrating on what you can get out of saying something stupid. It's a lot harder to get out of doing something stupid.
That's deep, dude.
I know. It's that classical music.
That's a point.
Point
so serious.
Why does Luke Kuechly look like a PGA golfer? Huh. He shrunk down.
Huh?
He does look little there.
He looks like
It's just the angle.
He don't look like old boy used to have. Look at like cheek muscles and stuff like that.
He looks like Luke Keto Lee. Like
Keto. Luke Keto.
All right, we'll take a break. More shenanigans on the other side. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. So, not a lot's been going great for the Miami Heat lately. That is true. But, and Jimmy Butler, right now, he seems like the big winner. You know, Mavs or the Warriors, 2-1 in his time there. Heat, 0-3 since the trade. But TMZ.
Oh. Here we go.
Has a headline.
Do they?
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Short stain versus Mavs.
Okay.
Is that poop?
Okay. So we got him.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. You may leak articles that say Pat Riley's crying and unhinged Jimmy Butler. But he didn't poop his pants.
Which I thought was very disrespectful to Pat Riley.
It was disrespectful, but, you know, it got very childish at the end on both sides, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it was, you know, I think it's funny to use the term that they think that he was unhinged. And I'm like, and what would you call your behavior over the last 7 weeks? You would say that was normie?
Yeah, I think the entire tenure, you know, like missing games to go to tennis tournaments, riding a horse in the middle of Wynwood, starring in a music video, the shenanigans. But, you know, part of it was the charm of Jimmy Butler. Like, oh, that's why we love him. He's always doing crazy things. Then at the end, it's like, you see him, he's always doing crazy things.
Yeah, well, his charm is apparently at the bottom of his shorts right now.
Okay. We need some charmin.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, what's done is done.
What do you guys make of this? Bam
Uh-oh.
after the loss yesterday, Leroy. Listen to what he had to say on the collapse of the Miami Heat. Now, Bam had a very good game yesterday. One of, the one, I guess, positive out of all of us. It would be nice if Bam and Tyler could get on the same page, you know, and have good games together. But Bam Adebayo has been cooking since they put Kel'el Ware in the starting lineup.
True.
There's no doubt about that. He has come back to life. He has been playing much better. He has been, I think, averaging. What is he averaging? He's averaging 23 points in February. So for the last 6 games, he's been playing great. Been playing great. He seems to have found his offensive footing yet again. Unfortunately, you know, the Heat aren't exactly bearing the fruits of that right now.
Yeah.
But listen to Bam Adebayo after the game, and you tell me what you think of this comment from old number 13.
Now, I'm going to go at it unbiased. Not like you. You pick sides.
Fair enough.
Okay, go.
One of those things, man. It's a lesson, but you know how many times we gotta keep learning this lesson, and it's not just the players, it's the coaches as well. We gotta understand. We gotta all be on the same page.
Okay. It can mean a couple of things.
I don't think it can, Leroy.
In my football days, if I were to look at that, if one of my players would have said that, somebody would have got up in the meeting and said these words. Y'all see this crap ain't working. Why y'all keep trying to do it? Could be what is insinuating.
Could be.
We keep trying to do the same things and we're getting the same results. And it's not good. Okay?
Yep.
So you can look at it that way.
And I mean, like, let's be honest about it.
I think sometimes guys use got to be on the same page as just a saying. Sure. So I don't know where he went with that.
He was very positive about Erik Spoelstra the other day after the game. If you guys remember, after the Celtics ass kicking, you know, Bam was positive. But now, after he says that, I'm starting to look.
Was he positive because he was cold and he wanted to get out of there?
He did have nothing between him and the sweater. That's true. But
if you wear a sweater without nothing under it, isn't it itchy?
I don't know, dude.
Not when it's
depends on the material.
You don't wear sweaters?
$6,000 for a sweater. You know, it probably feels like
I can't remember the last time I wore a sweater.
Baby pillows. Does that exist?
Anyway, here's what he said.
We have one of the greatest coaches in the league, in history, actually. So I'm not gonna worry about how quick it's gonna be for them. We just, you know, this is first game for them. Obviously, they're trying to figure out what shots to take, buy into the system. And once they do that, we'll make a couple runs.
Now, one could take that as positive. They could take that as positive. But now that you have the aftermath of what have happened, maybe it's kind of like, come on, greatest coach in the league.
I mean, you can lead a horse to water. Right? He can tell you what to do if you don't do it on the court.
Is he telling him what to do, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
And
part.
if they're not doing it,
That's the crazy thing about
or is he making
what
the
goes
horseshoes,
on in sports. You don't know which is which.
or is he making the horseshoes go run without visiting the blacksmith? You know what I mean?
What is going on there?
Don't change the horseshoes.
Don't change. So that's bad on the horse trainer.
Exactly,
It's
dude.
bad on the horse trainer.
Exactly.
You can only lead him to water, but there's certain things you're gonna do.
There are certain things you have to maintain as a horseman.
That's right. That is right.
See?
Yeah.
Like, I don't make fun of you for knowing about horses.
But I grew up on a horse farm.
Supposedly.
You go from many places.
I grew up in New Orleans.
Okay.
It's a very musical town.
Not Yanni.
That's true.
Where's Yanni? Yanni's
Harry
from
Connick Jr.?
Yeah.
Isn't he a jazz artist?
Yeah.
It's music.
Yanni for the ninth
Okay.
ward.
Harry Connick Jr., there's a lot of jazz, a lot of those instruments.
Different.
Huh?
There's a soul to jazz. It's not like hoity-toity.
Yanni's not hoity-toity.
Oh, he's hoity-toity.
Oh,
It's
he's totally
dude,
hoity.
the uniqueness of a band with a live orchestra is Trans-Siberian Orchestra
Dude,
hoity-toity.
no. It's the lower rung of hoity-toity. It's just more toity than hoity.
That's true.
But what I will tell you is, Yanni, if I were to say, give me somebody who's highfalutin in music,
sure.
number one name that probably comes to mind is Yanni.
Kenny G.
Kenny G too, but I would say more so Yanni.
Come on, keep in mind, I grew up with like George Benson, right? Like he played guitar. He sang some songs. He had some songs, but he played a guitar a lot.
Nobody's saying you don't like music. I've never said that you
81.
don't like music, and nor do you not know a lot about music. You'll
Sure,
tell
you
us
grew
what
up
things are
around
samples a
of
lot.
Blues also, right?
Huh?
You grew up around a lot of blues also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
Not like the fake
again-
blues up in Kansas City or Tennessee.
Again, none of that is Yanni.
It's true.
Huh?
None of that is Yanni, though.
None of that is Yanni.
I've never
Who
questioned
doesn't
music.
think that
I've
a
never-
violin isn't soothing? You don't think I need soothing? Do a damn show with you. I need soothing all the time. Surprised I don't have somebody ride back and forth to me work, rubbing my ears and go, woosah. You don't know what you do to me? And yet you gonna question whether I like a soothing instrument?
I mean, he goes by one name. Who do you think he is?
The Greeks love going by one name.
Yanni. Come on now.
Oh, put S on it and you're 7 foot?
You know why? Because they have
Yeah.
such crazy last names.
You're Yanni Antetokounmpo.
I did.
The Speak Freak.
Point for Tobin.
This is why, you know what? This is why I can't do shows with uncultured people.
I don't know who's uncultured about it. I never
Because-
said no. I never said that you're
You
not
know
a
what?
music expert.
You say you like that violin. I like that there banjo.
I do like a banjo, but I never said and a harmonica. I love a harmonica, but I've never said that you don't like music. I didn't say that you didn't know music. I just got to be honest with you. After many years as friends, I was a little taken aback that you like Yanni.
I told you
I get it. You
That's
love-
the only Yanni I like. I'm just telling you.
And you, but
It's the only Yanni I have on my phone. It's the only. That's it.
No,
live at the Acropolis,
and you-
because of Karen Briggs.
cool. But you also, on the start of this, said when we were talking ballet, I love an orchestra, and
Because of the violin.
okay,
So you love a violin then?
you love a violin.
So wait. So here's the deal.
So he can't like
every
orchestra?
time if I'm going to like if I have to go to something like that, I'll ask. That's my first question. Is there, in this performance, a lot of violin?
His voice just changes. He asked that question too. Is there a little bit of?
You know what?
He's like swishing his
know
wine
what?
around.
I don't drink wine.
No, you just smell it and say this one.
But I
has
don't
legs."
drink. I don't drink beer either.
No.
So
Yanni
Champagne?
crowd doesn't seem like a beer crowd.
Champagne.
no,
Champagne.
nope. I don't like champagne. Champagne is just bubbly wine. Yeah.
Champagne.
Do I need to get some champagne for tomorrow?
Champagne cheap.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, maybe. Big Spoon like champagne?
A little bit of rosé. What?
Now that's a black people thing.
What?
Rosé.
That's a little bit of.
Hey, no. Like, let's see. So, man, I got 2 more days of hell.
Yeah.
Not that. So today is
all your days were hell.
Today's Rebecca's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday was my dad's birthday. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and Saturday is Fonz's birthday.
Hell week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sounds like you're gonna have to listen to a lot of Yo-Yo Ma on the way home.
See, you want to know why I never talk to you about good stuff? You know why? You want to know why I never talk to you about my cultured side? Because this is why right here. You make fun. You make fun. You can't be serious. You can't be a cultured person around you.
What's that thing that you put under the suit? Is like the white. Is that a cumber? What is that thing?
Cumberbatch?
Yeah, whatever that is, dude. What is that thing?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Dude, now all of a sudden. See, this is what happened. You know what? I know that if you come over my house and I'm listening to my music and my headphones, I have to just turn over Looney Tunes on the TV and you'll be fine. Turn on. Here you go, Tobes.
Said it before or after I have to hook up your Bluetooth for you.
No, you didn't. My Bluetooth was hooked up.
Which I was stunned by.
What?
I was stunned by that.
How's that?
No, I mean, yeah, Fonz wasn't there, so I don't know how you were able to do it.
It's Bluetooth. You go to Bluetooth. Boom. Push your button. Oh my God. You like, how can you be friends with somebody and just after a long period of time you realize how little you think of me? Like, I'm surprised you got that Bluetooth working, fella. Like, holy smokes. Meanwhile, I didn't judge you when you were hitting possums for home runs.
I was very scared.
Self-defense.
Self-defense. No, it wasn't. He was the aggressor. Got to go to work.
He was the aggressor.
Right. It's like
somebody says it's a cummerbund.
I was close.
Cummerbund.
Yeah.
But that's like the belt.
Oh yeah, isn't that what you wear to the orchestra?
They all wear tuxedos. Yes, normally.
Wow,
dude, your lack of culture.
I literally cried because of that.
Take a break back after this.
Goosies.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you guys up until 2. Who's the Solana think he is with the sweater over his shoulders?
Dude, I told him when I did a drive-by by Lynn, pull your pants down. Right? Nobody
Pull
wants
pants down when they're skinnies.
capris. He's wearing capris with the sweater like he's in
What was he at a soiree or something like that?
I mean, he's acting like he's in the Hamptons.
Yeah, like what's going on there?
That guy listens to Yanni.
Wish it.
He doesn't know who Yanni is.
What do we got for little Goosies? No Goosies, Frog. Oh, before you do that, let me just, Leroy, can we quickly get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover law firm? YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations, 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
See, all the other shows, they get a real commercial, but because, our show is our show, we have to sing it manually.
Yeah, dude. What?
We got to, it's partly the most
manually.
So I would say it's more 50% cloudy, but it is a little cloudy. Winds are coming out of the east, southeast at about, let me see. Let me check these trees and these birds. About 10, 15 miles an hour. And I got to tell you, mid-80s. It's hot.
It has been like
Might have a
hot.
passing shower here and there because the clouds look like they could be producing a little bit of moisture. But other than that, good day to go sit out by the pool and listen to your little Yanni.
Oh, man. How did you do, Frog Boy?
Excellent. It is currently 83 degrees, which I believe is what he called. Mixture of clouds and sun. Winds right now listed at 14 miles per hour out of the southeast. So keep an eye out for
There
that.
you go.
All right. What do we got in Goosies, no Goosies today, Froggy?
Let's start off with numero uno, Darko Rajaković. Did I pronounce that correctly?
I think it's Rajaković.
You
made it Latin.
What am I supposed to do with these? Just come on, dude.
I mean, if it was a boxer, Tobin wouldn't
Stop being a fraud.
Well, he's Serbian. That's the only reason, really, that Tobin used name for real.
I love his voice.
Yeah, he is the Toronto Raptors head coach.
You gonna get him once a month saying something crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got to coach the Raptors.
That's very true. As if that isn't tough enough.
By the way, a team that has not had a single-digit fourth quarter this year.
What happened tonight? This is completely BS. This is.
I love it.
Well,
that's what I was saying last night while listening to Yanni. What that's happened tonight is complete BS.
Darko calls out Tristan Thompson.
Wow.
Of all people, Tristan Thompson. He says the former championship center has no class.
What do you make of that late game scuffle there between Scotty and Tristan?
I think what Tristan did there was no class and disrespectful. I'm not going to stand for that for sure. And I'm really glad that our guys, our players from Jamal, that he was on the court, and Scotty and everybody else, that they stood up for themselves. I love when my team stands up for themselves. That was no class act.
So if you guys didn't see last night in Raptors Cavs drubbed them. And towards the end, Tristan Thompson has this very strong dunk, with the game out of hand. And apparently the Raptors took exception to it. So Tristan Thompson started going at it with the Raptors bench. Even Rajaković was in there. And then after the game, he says that he is no class.
Okay, but here's the other side of that. That they didn't tell you. With a minute left, they were doing full court press.
Full court press. Tristan Thompson tweeted out after the game. He says, "You want to do full court press with under a minute left in the game when you get cracked by 30? This is what will happen to you. Lose for the draft lottery and be happy, buddy boy. Hopefully you and most of you guys see the light at the end of Bobby and Masai long-term plan. Bless up. Stay warm, my city."
But isn't that That's a fact.
Hissing.
That's usually what happens. So, like, if in football, right?
Yeah.
If you try to take a knee and somebody blow you up, then you fake a knee and throw a bomb.
Oh.
If you try to take a knee on the 2-yard line and let the clock run out and they trying to attack you, then you go score. Like, yeah. We trying to get to the end of this game. It's over.
Still Goosies for me, though. I love the accent.
Okay, that's really what it is.
I knew you'd say
I
that.
think it. I don't have the Goosies. I think everybody's over exaggerating this.
No Goosies.
Right?
Jennifer?
I have no Goosies.
I hate
No
when losers
Goosies.
complain about getting scored on.
That's fair.
Yeah. It happens in football,
but
too.
it's better with a Serbian accent, you would agree.
Okay.
Yes.
It's really, I don't even think he heard what he said. I just think he heard the accent. Really.
What happened tonight was complete BS. No class.
No class.
What about you, Frog Boy?
This one's rough. Even his coach said, I'm not sure what he was thinking. And that's when I'm like, okay, he kind of just went on his own there. But I'm going to say no Goosies because you shouldn't be full court pressing if you're down by 30.
All right.
No
What's number 2, Darko Rajaković?
What? Were you just thinking of that the whole time? Number 2, the man, the myth, the legend, Cam Ward.
Oh,
he was in attendance yesterday, courtside for Mavs versus Warriors. Found out he is from Texas, right? Not Dallas specifically, just Texas, right?
Yeah. That means he could be from anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty
right. Are you from Texas?
Apparently, our coveted Canes QB threw the U up.
Put him on the
courtside,
Tron. He threw up the
baby.
U.
Threw up the U.
The smelly elephant.
Come on,
Zombieland.
Elephant.
They showed him a lot. He got a lot of players today. It was kind of cool.
So Cam Ward throwing up the U.
It's Goosies to me. I mean, like, I think somebody's going to get a stud QB, whoever takes Cam Ward.
Goosies.
I'm excited for him. Yeah. And it is funny, though. Like, it does feel like the Shedeur Sanders buzz is, like, dipping a little bit.
Yep.
I did see a video where Shedeur was, like, laughing at the television because Field Yates mocked him to number 6, I think. And he goes, going 6th. So maybe he's got a promise already. I don't know, but he thought it was laughable that he was going 6th in the mock draft.
Kenneth Duffy may have said it. Want to drink more? Bronny James scored 9 points in minutes. Outscored the Heat.
Oof.
Yeah, so like 2 back-to-back threes.
Last night against the Jazz.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, this Austin Reeves. Okay, dude. What? He's just like, every time I look at him, he's got a new piece of equipment. Like, he's got a headband, the sleeve, the leg sleeve. Like,
he does have a lot of accessories.
What are we doing here? That's unintangible. Look at Duncan Robinson.
Did you guys see yesterday they made a Dalton Connect talk about how he's not traded?
Oh, awkward.
He's like, I just told JJ and I said, let's just hoop.
To business, I get it.
Even though you wanted me to be a Hornet.
Okay.
I mean,
hey, remember when LeBron loved me the most?
Hey, that has to be an awkward thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
But LeBron.
And it didn't come with a pay raise like the Stan Van Gundy, or I'm sorry, the Tony.
No, you can't do that with players, dude. You have a cap. You ain't got no cap on coaching.
Oh, you mean like the Tony Sperano?
Yeah, they gave him an extension. They gave him another $4 million.
No, but it was funny because remember LeBron was like, oh, Dalton Connect, I watched him. Oh, I loved him in college. It's like, yeah, he loved Shabazz Napier too, dude. We saw how that worked out. Should have read up on your history there, Dalton.
Oh God, that's rough. That's
anyway,
awkward.
I mean, he loved AD too.
Mm-hmm.
They're no worse. LeBron, you and LeBron are samesies.
No, I don't like that.
Hey, dude.
Oh.
Mention a star.
Yeah.
Around Tobin.
Yeah.
2026.
Say
Luka, he hasn't signed the extension yet.
Kind of feel like we should have hopped on this KD clearance.
See what I'm saying? So you're no different.
We would have scored 8 points.
You're no different. You and LeBron, samesies.
That's true.
You know who is lighting it up?
Who? Karl-Anthony Towns?
Yeah.
He's having a great season.
My God, you see, that's impressive. He's like completely like shaking that soft.
Yep. I mean, look at the Wolves.
Yeah, look.
I mean, is it because he was playing next to Rudy Gobert?
No, I just think he's really talented.
No. Yeah. That people thought he was soft.
No, I think the Jimmy thing was that. I think the Jimmy thing gave the label that he was soft, but at the time, what was he, 22, 23?
Yeah. He's very nice, too.
But in a lot of ways, it's kind of funny. You know what it's like? It's a little bit like Favre and Aaron Rodgers, you know? Like, because a lot of people say, what are you going to do with Jimmy? Jimmy usually goes to teams that get better. Carl Anthony Towns saying, oh, you thought you were going to be fine with that? Psh, look at him. And Anthony Edwards is miserable.
Yeah, because he's scoring like 50 a night, and they're losing by 12.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That plays right into my plan.
You know what's crazy, though?
What's that?
Like, they still, like, even if he opts out, would they do a sign and trade?
Who? Ant-Man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because usually you're giving away money if you just leave, right?
I don't think you're allowed to sign Uber Duber Maxes unless you stay with the team that you drafted you.
So you can sign the cut and then get traded.
You can.
Right.
You can make a
technically that's what LeBron did. When he came to Miami, it was a sign and trade.
Yeah. Right. It's all different now though. Like he had opt-outs and then he started. So remember when he was with Cleveland, he only kept signing 1-year deals just to keep what's his face on his toes, the rat. A running back.
You guys are on a roll.
That's good.
That one's really good.
Like, can we please get that for the graphics?
You're enjoying yourself with this, huh? You know what? Nobody would have felt like they needed to do this if you would have just supported your boy, right? But no, you're like, never heard it.
Excuse me. You look gorgeous.
What? Do you know why I would talk to you about it?
It's hard out here.
That's the reason.
Yes!
This is exactly the reason.
This is exactly the reason. Because you're going to question what kind of music I listen to.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Number 3?
Cam Ward?
Oh, yeah, Cam Ward.
Goosies.
Yeah, definitely.
Love him.
Absolutely.
You got the Goosies for Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Goosies.
Yeah, I think as time gets closer to the draft, it could possibly have more players moving up. And it's not that Cam isn't good, but a lot of people feel that if this was another year, neither him nor Shador would be talked about like being top 5 picks. And so
had no idea Bach's first name was Johan.
Who? Johann Sebastian.
No idea.
Isn't it?
Sebastian.
Yeah. Johann Sebastian. How would I know that?
Don't doubt your knowledge. No, seriously.
How would I not know that?
You're very cultured.
Like, dude! You know I grew up around music, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've heard many stories about you and Mozart on Purple Street.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? You know I'm gonna have call in.
Woo! Who?
I'll have somebody call me.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will tell you.
Bernie?
Just to shut you up.
Why?
Because first of
Still
all,
one of my favorite pictures.
Tobin don't have that many muscles on one body part.
It's true.
Why I got to be doing the splits? Well, because you have no chance.
I don't think that guy. I mean, I don't know. With the guys like quads like that, you think he can do splits?
What does quads have to do with splits?
Man, it looks like he barely put on jeans.
He ain't got jeans on.
Speaking of the ballet, if you guys want to go to the Miami City Ballet, caller 4 right now to 305-567-0560. Caller 4 to 305-567-0560. You will win tickets to the Miami City Ballet for a Valentine's Day performance. So don't call. It's tomorrow. So if you need a last-minute plan, ballet and a bouquet of flowers right now, call. What did I say caller 4? You yelled at me, Jennifer.
Sorry.
No, this time he said 3.
bouquet.
Caller 3 to 305-567-0560 will win those Miami City Ballet tickets. And if you don't win, you still want to buy tickets because it's a great idea to take your significant other out for Valentine's Day. MiamiCityBallet.org is where you guys can get those tickets. But caller 3 right now will win those tickets in a bouquet of flowers. Take a break. Final hour coming on up. Back. Here with you, 560 WQAM. Take guys up until 2 here on the program.
But she sounds just like the other artists. All the artists sound alike.
Not cultured.
It's pop music, Leroy.
This guy has become a music snob all of a sudden.
I know, but even in pop music, you have some, people that have their own sound.
She's next, though, by the way.
Top 40.
Huh?
It's top 40.
I think she's more known as like almost a music star more than a musician. Like she's like
the difference
performer.
between
Britney Spears,
and
does the cool music videos.
Yeah.
That are funny and
so she's an entertainer.
Yeah.
And Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. Christina Aguilera can sing.
Christina Aguilera
can
don't
sing.
Come for her.
I'm just saying she can sing. Britney Spears is a performer.
But Aguilera ran out of gas, I think, a little bit faster. I feel like if you talk about resonating, I think like Britney Spears in the zeitgeist is known as a bigger star. No, but it's not debatable. Britney Spears is absolutely a bigger star than Christina Aguilera.
Yeah,
everybody falls for the dance.
Doesn't matter about falls. Like, it's the fact.
I said it right.
Talent
Performer. There's a lot of people who are very talented artists, but because they can't put on a show, it's hard for them to tour.
I think Christina would do a good show, but obviously she can't move as much because she had to actually sing.
The funny thing about Christina Aguilera, I picture her just sitting at sitting on a stool in Vegas. Didn't she have? She had a
residency.
Residency. It wasn't as big as Britney's though. Of
course not.
Right.
Anyway, headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory like the Sports, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Four Nations Faceoff continues tonight. USA takes on Finland at 8 o'clock on ESPN. We'll be tuned into that one. There's Heat basketball too if you want to torture yourself. They're taking on the Mavs. Last game before the All-Star break.
Can we just go to the All-Star break?
Thank God.
Nothing like having a week.
Also, what's going on with Jaime? Like, he got no minutes yesterday. So I don't know, suppose rat's off a ship. And then he had this weird explanation after the game yesterday.
Oh, he goes, you know what? I just lost track of him. Like, he does that. He says this. How did so-and-so not get minutes? Oh, I got caught up in the game. I forgot he was on the team.
Yeah, he was like, oh, he's got super bubble guts. I was like, what? You got Spo on Jaime Jaquez's availability yesterday, Frog Boy?
He had super bubble guts.
He was available, but his situation is a little bit different than Tyler. He's been dealing with that, for several days. Tyler dealt with it for 36 hours. Could Jaime have been out there? Possibly, but he hasn't done anything really physically for several days. So we'll just see when we get to Dallas. Hopefully he feels a little bit better. He can get a little bit of a workout, something in tomorrow, but we'll see.
It's like Jaime, what? He had to put the hair in a ponytail and he's hugging the bowl for days? Like,
I don't know. He made it sound
what kind
like
of violent revenge virus did he have? And mind you, he's had like and I don't want to joke about this. Like, he's had multiple stomach illnesses. Yeah. Like, is there something that's like ailing him that is like also led to this season sucking from him? Because he hasn't had a good year. Nope. Even though he's in the Rising Stars game, which, like, is he going to make that? Or is Spo just using that because he's like, because here's the thing that I find odd, right? Why would Jaime Jaquez, if he was just dealing with this, right? And it's been several days since something physical. Why would they fly his ass out to OKC so quickly and just for him to sit on the bench? It seems counterintuitive. It seems a little bit weird to me.
That he would fly
because I was thinking
and playing not one of the. Well, wait, here I can tell you why. I think there's a rule that you can't sit out before the All-Star game and then go to the All-Star game.
Yeah, but he's in the Rising Stars game. Like, no, there's no rules for that stupid game.
Really? How do you know?
Hold on, dude. It's the Rising Stars game.
Okay.
They got G Leaguers playing in it. Ridiculous.
That's upsetting.
What?
You can't just because you don't like something, you can't just be like, there's no rules.
There's no rules, dude.
Come on.
Menu 631 says Tobin doing the math. LOL. I could just picture you building something and just estimating.
Eyeballing it.
That looks about right.
Is this a sophomore slump?
Oh, you and I did the same thing.
Or is he just uncomfortable with his role on the team?
I mean, you can give a little bit of that.
Like
his, I would say out of everybody's role, maybe his has been like the most inconsistent because, he started, then he hasn't started, but I felt like last year Jaime was just kind of wherever he was, he just balled. So I don't know what that is. But certainly if he's been dealing with this ailment, and then on top of it, he's had other illnesses. I don't know what it is. But it hasn't resulted in good basketball, I'll tell you that much.
Nope.
Can't shoot a lick.
Yeah. They caught on to his footwork.
Maybe he's scared to land.
Something leak out.
Look, if Jimmy can play through it, he should be able to play through it too.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe TMZ put up a "Did Jimmy Butler poop his pants" story.
Because this is like an egregious, it is a large amount and it is in a very centralized
It's a very
area.
specific spot.
No, it literally looks like he spilled Gatorade in his chair.
Yeah. Also, at this point, why wouldn't they just give him new pants?
It was at the end of the game. I don't think they had time.
What? Just take some pants off.
He didn't have time either.
Yeah. Do we appreciate that? Because I've seen this guy miss games for no reason.
James says Triple J hasn't been the same since he got hurt last year. Started the season balling out of the gate, and then he got hurt again, and he's sucked since.
Wow.
I don't know, man. He certainly hasn't had the year I thought that he would. That's for sure. Whatever the reasons being. I mean, he's a young guy, so but there's been like a handful of games where you're like, oh, Jaime looks like he's back. But it's been few and far between. More so than like Nico. Nico's had, I think, more sustainability. Kalel. He's the young guy who's been like more dipped than it has been up.
Here's the problem. Okay. And here's why we have to be careful with this. When do basketball players get in their prime?
25, 26. But I'm not talking about but
hold
I'm
on.
comparing him to other young guys.
Hold on. So what I would say is when you get to that point, then your game is more consistent, right? Your first couple of years, you see some good things and it works in spurts, but it's not as consistent as you would like. So I don't make anything of it other than he hasn't gotten to that point where he's got aspects of his game where he can just rely on it or whatever, because he doesn't know what that game is going to look like yet because he's still young. Now, there's your exceptional players, right? Like guys like Ant-Man, where, they come into the league like that. Okay, but they're generational players, right? And so we have to stop calling everything sophomore slump or he's regressed. What? It's hard to regress from something you haven't reached yet, right? You're not there yet. You say 25, 26 years old. What is he, 23?
Yep.
So, but
his footwork was in his prime.
Right, okay, but fine. So why if you see a guy play good, you expect him to just play like that forever when you know how basketball works and how and how those years and that work takes to get to what you're going to be, and he's not there yet. So do you expect stuff like this? I expected from Nico, I expected from Kalel. It's because that's why this team is so young and not experienced. You're going to get this.
The Renaissance Festival.
I don't expect it from Tyler and Bam.
Yeah, well, they're now 25 and 27.
Right.
But that fourth quarter from both of them, I mean, Jesus.
Oh, wait. You get ready to order more ale?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, wow.
I'm buying.
Where are you buying it?
Huh?
Where are you going to buy it?
Renaissance Festival.
At the Renaissance Festival!
Oh.
Back in South Florida, and we got your chance to win tickets. Travel back in time to the 16th century. More than 100 artisans selling their crafts and 100 performers. For your chance to win, go to WQM.com on the contest page and register for your chance to win. Back after this.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. No one knows where Tobin or Leroy is. Luckily, Figgy's here with me.
Yep.
There goes Leroy. Leroy's back before Tobin. That's impressive. That is impressive indeed. You are locked in here. 560 QAM. You can catch us on Twitch and YouTube, Miami 560 WQAM. We have been talking all day about Leroy's questionable
You want to
taste
know why
in
he's
music.
late?
Why is he late? Oh, he's probably hobnobbing.
Guess who he's hobnobbing with?
Hobnobbing with the enemy.
Solana.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
The worst.
That's a new
Look
low.
at him.
This guy was
Look,
uncultured.
please do not feed the
You know what?
animals.
Don't let him go outside.
JFig, do not feed the
Uncultured,
animals.
dude. Uncultured.
Yes. You get a -1 for that.
You should just
You
walk
do get
out
a
of here.
You gonna hold the show up talking to Solana?
Solana, dude.
He was. Oh, I was holding the show because
-1.
I couldn't get the damn YouTube videos to upload because our internet was slow. So I had to like plug it in
manually
a couple times, like to get it to go, because it was like, this is going to take 3 hours to upload. I'm like, well, then it's not getting uploaded.
Well, then we're not gonna do
So then I had to like reset it, and whatever. What do I got to explain myself? You guys are late every segment.
No, we're not.
Every segment.
We've been pretty good today.
Well, I'm sorry.
Marcos, how many times has the music hit and
Yeah.
neither been in their seat?
I'd say there's maybe been 3 segments where they've been in their seat.
I would.
Darko?
I well,
Sorry.
first of all, we know the first segment's not for you.
Yeah, true.
That's
Start that
one.
right there.
Not in your seat.
Does it count if JFig is controlling it from my chair?
No.
I didn't think so. Didn't think
How does that not
It
count?
doesn't
I was
count,
there.
dude. You have a seat to be in. What are you doing? You're like
I was
you're
controlling
like
it
you're
from
like
that
you're
computer.
like boxing out Marcus. Get out of here. Let me run that.
She gets aggressive. You should have seen what she did to Jimmy.
Wow, yeah, she went.
And then yelled
She
at
went
Trevor.
off on Trevor.
Wow.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
because Trevor was trying to be funny.
Just trying to be
and,
funny.
and he goes, "Oh, where'd you just come back from, Narnia?"
Yeah, you know,
Which
normal,
was funny.
Which is funny. I mean, it did kind of look like Narnia.
normal casual joke. And then JFig looks at him and says, "Oh yeah, Trevor, you dude." I was like,
Wow.
JFig.
She said that?
She said that.
Jeez.
Angry, very angry.
Why is she so angry?
I didn't say that.
And she was holding the door for Jimmy because Jimmy comes in here, he just meanders,
Right.
turns computers on. That really only take 30 seconds. There's no need for him to come in.
no
at
need at
120
all.
every day.
Oh wow!
But,
RVA Richie says 1245ers are not allowed to comment.
RVA Richie.
Thought we were friends.
There's a lot of aggression on this show today.
Yeah.
It's all Tobin's fault.
Friends are lashing out.
How
You
is it my
start-
fault?
Well, first of all, it
You were
started.
talking to the enemy. I don't do
You
that.
you lashed out at me
I wasn't
and
talking.
questioned.
Yeah, I questioned that.
And you question him on Yanni. Who does that?
Any normal
You
person.
did, though. You questioned him on Yanni.
I did it.
No, the thing that I actually question, honestly, more than you liking Yanni, is her knowing that you like
Yeah,
Yanni.
that
Because
was-
I don't believe that. I don't think you've ever mentioned that to
You
her.
right now we're close.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that close.
No.
I don't think you're that close.
Nope.
We're fam.
I always send Jennifer music.
Mhm.
Right? Hey, have
And
you
how
heard
often
this
has
one?
it been? How often has it been? Chopin.
How many Ludwig
It's
have you
not
sent over?
Chopin. It's CHOPIN.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Shaka Khan.
No, that's what was on Jimmy's pants.
Say a lot of aggression the day before you're supposed to celebrate love. I'll celebrate love tomorrow. Wow. Today,
Every day is about love, huh? How about that?
really? Says the single person.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Scooby a lot, so my love goes every day.
Oh, dartboard to doom. Leroy dressed like Yanni.
I think it's just a great Halloween gift.
Would that be? I mean, it's what the Bob thing that he did before with a mustache, isn't it?
Pretty much.
The McBob, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great bit.
That was a great bit.
What a great bit.
Not for the Heat though.
It's my contact pic.
Just one person.
Huh.
They took it the wrong way. But if you guys knew how much Josh McRoberts sucked,
I mean,
everybody else found it funny.
I mean, I didn't. You were in there producing it like it was like we were in New York.
Yep.
He says, "I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it." He was like, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm in a blonde wig and I'm holding a basketball.
Yep.
Let's go.
Pretty good.
We've done dumber stuff. No, you've definitely you got caught up in the dumb Olympics more, right? You've definitely I didn't have to go to Key Biscayne and hop around.
Yep.
I didn't have to.
Wasn't Key Biscayne.
Huh? Biscayne Boulevard.
What was that restaurant we went to and he was dressed as a dragon?
No, it's just like an elf.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
True.
That's what
You don't remember? That's like one of the biggest restaurants in Prime 112?
There's no impressing her, Leroy.
Wow.
How about that?
That's how it is.
Wow.
Never good
Where are
enough.
you eating tomorrow for Valentine's?
What was that?
My house.
What was that place we went to? Was it the Chili's?
Was it in the Outback?
It was Applebee's, guys.
All right.
Applebee's are closing.
Marcos was shunned by the waiter.
Yes.
Still upset to
Yeah,
this day.
he doesn't like you. He still doesn't like you.
I was still trying to figure out how that guy ordered $3,000 worth of stone crab for 2 people.
Oh, you know.
He just wanted to impress her. Should have went over there and made friends.
You look so serene in the last picture, like you were listening to Yanni.
No, that's what he told me. He told look, he goes, I need to feel it. Eyes closed.
I need to feel it.
Right?
You felt it all.
Like, I'm telling you.
Okay, but in the original picture, though,
Yeah.
what is he really doing?
It was an intro video.
But he's hugging himself?
Yeah, I don't really understand. I don't remember
don't
even.
know.
It was, but like, I don't know if it was like Creed was the song. I'd have to look up what the actual song was that McBob did this.
Yeah.
But like for 2-3 years, Heat Twitter was just putting out there this McBob photo of like him looking like basketball Jesus.
It's really strange.
But you just had to understand how frustrating this individual was.
And then the funny part is, so I make the little thing and everybody flipped out.
Not everybody. One person flipped out.
One person.
One person who was a little too sensitive in the marketing department did not like the picture, did not find it funny.
Yeah.
Everybody else found it funny.
Yeah. And then old Lynn. Guys. Can't have any fun.
We'll take a break. Final segment coming on up after this. Take
Not
guys.
in their seats, by the way.
What's that, dude?
Not in their seats.
Not in their seats.
I'm just saying.
They haven't done that
You
once.
told me it didn't count in there, so I didn't do it in there.
Yeah, but you also didn't get to your seat by the time the music started.
It's true.
We were talking about Bach.
Oh, this again.
Mm.
We were talking about, was there good food where she was? Because it was like a little German town. Where
They had a lot of schnitzel.
Oh, schnitzel.
Jesus.
So did your parents didn't like the food there, huh?
They weren't crazy about the food there. No,
Right, because they're set in their ways.
it's fine.
Right.
Let's get to a little cat talk here, brought to us by Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment we want to see in Hollywood Kia. Visit them online, hollywoodkia.com. Hey, this Hard Rock out. I'm trying to get a little more action tonight. See who I can put it on. I want to bet on some Panthers. I can bet on. Oh, what if I go Barkov? Can I go Barkov? Oh, Barkov wasn't there 2 minutes ago. Now we're starting to cook Hard Rock app. All right, hold on.
Must have heard us complaining. They heard me threaten to boycott, and it's like, no, the easy.
Well, they won't let me parlay Barkov and Etulor-Strainen because I'm basically honorary Finnish for this tournament, even with the Kachucks. So sorry, Kachucks.
Can't believe you.
But Barkov to score a goal plus 400.
Turning your back.
But Etulor-Strainen
Yeah.
plus 700.
Mm-hmm.
We'll throw in a goal every now and then. You got to think for his Finns.
Come on.
He's going to be fired up.
Fins up.
Right.
Right.
7-1.
I like those odds.
I like him too.
Yeah.
He throws it in every now and then.
Yeah. Last time he had a goal, huh?
He doesn't score a lot.
He's
but
due for one, man.
Every now and then he throws in a goal,
Yeah.
Who threw in that goal? At 2.
Oh. God bless you.
I was thinking about saying that. I just stayed quiet.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't
You got to think, though, for playing for the Finns, he's going to have a little extra pep in his step,
Yeah.
A little glide in his ice stride.
Little Listerine in his Listerine. Okay. I'm sorry.
No.
See yourself out.
That's fair.
-1.
There's something there, I think.
You don't want to bet on Etulor-Strainen? You think that's a sucker's bet?
Come on.
For Finland scoring?
Yeah.
He's like their third line, right?
Well, for the Cats, but not for Finland. I don't know what he is for Finland. Yeah, for sure. I haven't looked up the Finnish lines.
The what?
I haven't looked up what the Finnish lines are.
That's not what you said.
That's what I did.
No,
That's what I
you
said. That's what I said, dude. You're not gonna get me back just because you liked Yanni.
Hey, Marcos, that's not. He threw a little extra cheese on that finishing signs. I'm like, what are we finishing? Like, that's not uns is not what the word.
What do you mean?
It's das.
No, it's uns.
It's das.
Oh, das is
It's
so
das.
Das Boot.
Yeah.
Das Boot.
It's not uns Boot,
No.
but it's Das Boot.
Right.
But it's uns everything else.
Oh my god.
You owns twice, 3 times a lady.
Clearly, we need more sports.
Well, especially if you're gonna sit here and lie all show.
Oh!
Oh my goodness! What are you doing?
What?
Wow. you're an uns idiot.
Thank you, Shmita.
He is das idiot.
I am interested to see how this Four Nations Cup works, though, or Four Nations Faceoff. I'm assuming goes well. They'll do this every year, and I don't know. It's different. It's different. I like it.
Well, they were saying they're going to do some kind of hockey World Cup too.
All right.
Getting very international.
Yeah, it's called the Olympics.
No, that's the Olympics.
Yeah.
They want their own thing. This is kind of like a little test run for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Then you can throw in some other nations,
All right.
Just strange with Russia not being able to participate, though.
It's really not strange. You know
what?
what?
There's not a lot of good Russian players.
There's a lot of great Russian players.
Are they just playing for other teams?
No, Russia's not included
they're
in
home.
Which is, I'm saying, you're like you're leaving. Like, if they're like, let's do a basketball Olympics, but no Americans. It's like, okay.
Is America in the middle of a war at the time?
Okay, I understand.
I mean, invading another country?
You know, there's
I completely
other
understand.
there's other reasons why.
They also weren't allowed in the Olympics.
Yeah, you know what? Good point. But like, I feel like hockey's their thing. Almost.
It is their thing. They're very good at hockey.
Like no UFC. Like if there was like a UFC World Cup, no Russians. Like what are we doing?
Well, they did. Their thing was they wouldn't let the Russians bring the flags for a little bit. That was the thing.
What is going on, people?
You know. Are you okay, Jennifer?
It's not going well for her.
You want some water?
It is not going well. She braved the elements though. Made it in today. Give her credit. Promise that was
Marcos, you only work one day in the last month.
You know,
and you getting on Jennifer.
Hold on. You say this a lot, but you know, I can't work from home. I'm the only guy who can't work from home. Why? How can I produce from home?
I don't know. Figure it out.
Okay.
Sometimes we wonder if you're at home producing with some of the shenanigans you try to pull in here.
When I'm on the YouTube channel, just yapping it up.
So much yakking.
Wow.
I'm fine. It's great.
She's all good.
Are you okay? You can take yourself off camera if you need like a timeout, a 20-second timeout.
You need a Heimlich or something.
A 27. No.
I don't know.
That's the HR situation.
Anyway, so good luck to the Cats tonight. Finnish Cats and American Cats alike. Bill Zito.
I could hear it now.
Chucks.
You're fired. Why? Inappropriate touching. I was giving her the Heimlich.
-1.
Yeah, right. That's like no. It's like there are certain situations in life that don't look right, but like. Okay.
I'm very concerned about her though. She's not gathered already.
I mean, breathe through your nose. Stop trying to.
The thing is, I can't breathe through my nose.
Oh, so now you're You're sucking in all that
You don't have to sit around for another 4 minutes. Like if you want to go make yourself feel better, go ahead.
She's got to wait it out.
Fine.
She
doesn't need to wait it out. She doesn't have to wait it out. I don't want her strangled on the air.
She's not choking out.
Bro, every time she opens her mouth, she's like,
her eyes are
watering. Because she's trying to breathe.
It's really hard to breathe here. I've been trying to breathe.
I would. We would prefer you didn't try to suck in like a vacuum cleaner, like just literally. You're like, and you're getting all the debris, all the stuff from the mic. Look at this. You're sucking in all this stuff.
Ew.
You're right.
Gross. That's a very gross
Right.
thing.
Joe Rose thing.
All right, Miami Heat. Listen, don't embarrass me tonight, please.
Can it get any worse?
They get score 7.
I mean, if they score, dude.
What?
Let me tell you.
What?
If I see another single-digit quarter all year, I'm losing my mind.
All right, but you know they
wait, because first of all, remember when I brought it up, you're like, nah, it's not that bad.
I just didn't know if it was the record. You said
no, but that was fourth quarter.
Yeah,
they've had single-digit quarters in other quarters.
I can't dispute that.
You remember the OG was third quarter.
Yep.
Then they start doing it in the second quarter.
Yep.
Now they're back to Old Faithful. Big lead going into the fourth.
They're big
then
on
they
collapsing.
Can't score.
They're big on collapsing.
Isn't that horrible? It's like, what does your team do well? Collapse.
Oh, they're great at collapsing.
Hey, if you want to know anyone who can collapse,
it's a marvel. I can't dispute what they're able to do. It is incredible that this team yesterday got your hopes up, played a really, really good stretch of basketball against a really good team.
Stop with that.
They did.
I know, but I don't want to hear it. Like, it's 48 minutes. If you don't play enough to win 48 minutes, then I don't want to hear. Well, if a coach said that, well, you know when coaches get up and say, hey, you know what? We were pretty good except for that second quarter. Yeah. You would whip them if you didn't
How many 24-0 runs are there in the NBA?
I don't know. Go check the Heat schedule.
24-0.
That's wild.
Did not score a point in the fourth quarter until the other team put up 24 on your ass.
And like, you got to call timeouts and stuff. So it must have felt like 15 straight minutes of like.
Dade South, stop it, buddy.
What?
This Heat team reminds me of Bach's Prelude in C major.
He's right.
Wow.
I mean, it reminds me of Bach's Prelude in Poop Major.
I wish they'd focus more on boxing out.
Hey, come on. Anyone?
Come on, that's the point.
Anyone?
No.
Come on, that's a point, dude.
Absolutely.
Why not?
-1.
Absolutely.
Tough crowd. Remember my Listerine thing? Oof.
And yeah, what about, hey, when they get on a little run, let's break it up a little bit. Call the timeout.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
how
do you go 24 straight points?
You got when you got a bad conductor like Spoelstra, what are you gonna do?
Woo-hoo! Tell you, we're getting on that train, baby. Speaking of conducting, get on that train of maybe Spo should go.
I'm not saying that.
That's what you just said.
I said Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spoelstra. Something about he should be traded. I get it. I'm in agreement with you, Tobin.
Base Boven.
This guy's hot.
Okay.
Give him the ball.
Okay.
Spopan. Sposwoma.
How many of these?
Spoma.
All right, everybody. That's our show for today. We apologize.
Yeah, definitely.
You're Yanni Antetokounmpo.
They got a big one on the triangle.
This is the truth. And it pains me to say this. You're a fame shamer.
Hey, by the way, I'm not fat shaming. Dude is portly.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.